Not one yet.
Not one yet. He said not one yet.
When that fucking wheel stop, it's gonna be Gucci.
Hey, Marvin, can you check? Can you check and see if we live?
We are live.
We are.
We are live.
How do you know?
Because it
got the notification.
Why is it still saying?
That's
so crazy.
When we upgrade our equipment.
Oh yeah, we good now. We good.
Anyway,
Go ahead. Come on, Nick. Bring us in. Bring us in.
Good morning.
Oh, I do it. You do it.
Hey.
What do you say?
First of all,
motherfuckers.
Nigga sound like a black preacher. Good morning, church. God is no. That's how I sound. Really. I be like, God damn.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. I used to call it.
Oh shit, we live.
Oh shit. God damn.
Hey, look at the blue. That's just outrageous.
Oh, yeah. That's outrageous. All right.
There we go.
You forgot to scratch your own.
We live! Pinch your nipples, everybody. Pinch your nipples. Pinch your nipples. Who gonna pinch your nipples with me? My nigga top. Man, y'all bugging. You got one.
I'm not pinching nipples.
You're not? You're not?
You the most pinch nigga on here. You know that, right? I ain't gonna say why. We know why. I'm telling you my glass like this. We know why you down with the pinch nipple. Cool. Anyway, we are live with the two and only. See, I said they two and only, not one and only, two and only.
Right. No, they are one and only. Ain't they married?
Yeah, we together.
But two and only sound cooler. You're supposed to be one when you become
married. Technically one and only, but two and only. Introduce yourselves real quick.
The two of one.
Use your rap names first.
My rap name?
Yeah, rap name.
All right, my name is Tyrone.
That's your rap name?
No, nigga, I'm getting there.
Oh.
Yeah!
So, no, my name is Tyrone, known as Cyrano or Photos by Cyrano. I am an American photographer. Yes, I'm American. That's how my bio says. I'm going to say it how I say it on my bio. Okay. I'm an American photographer. I am based in Baltimore, Maryland. However, I go wherever I'm needed and where the point is.
You're a political photographer, right?
A political photographer?
Yeah.
No. I do fashion and poetry.
He's a troll.
That's all right. Yo, some motherfucking part of the show is watching where this motherfucker go like, oh, he about to go. All right.
I couldn't figure out how to bring it in.
First of all, you should have let the lady go first.
Oh yeah, that was terribly.
You kind of fucked up. 4 dudes. You like, yeah, shut up and stay in the corner.
That's crazy.
What's your name, sweetie? What's your name?
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. She forgot her name.
Right.
Lord.
You sipping already? What's in that water?
Is it Virgina?
Yeah, that, right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Huh?
You don't know it? What should I say?
You gotta say your name.
Yeah.
Say your name, what you do.
What you do?
I'm Gigi. I do makeup.
Makeup.
Gigi, she do makeup.
I do makeup.
Yeah. Let's give a hand clap. Thank you for having on the show. Now say biz.
Before they got here, I put them on the Impractical Jokers.
Oh yeah.
Tell them what the show is.
Everybody knows what Impractical Jokers is.
Maybe not.
Except you guys, which I was surprised about that. Like, y'all be the people that would get. Oh, for real?
Man.
Right.
Cut them fucking.
We got Sling TV now, but
what's on Sling TV? Is it like
I think True TV is on there, so I just don't go down that far.
Yeah, go down.
We get stuck at VH1.
They got some good shit on True TV. They got Comedy Knockout.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a show where they got like comedians on, and they just take turns like talking shit about each other. I guess like Wilding Out. But,
I know what you're talking about, where they go one-on-one.
Yeah, it's one-on-one. It's always one-on-one. It's a good show.
It's actually pretty slick because they be trying to make each other crack up laughing. It's pretty good.
All right, real quick, since they ain't kiss their own ass, let me kiss their ass for them.
All right,
I thought it was going to be more braggadocious shit, but that was them being humble. Okay, so Gigi, all right, makeup artist, moi. I didn't know that shit till about a year ago. That's how you pronounce it, if you just say it like in a word.
Gigi.
Moi, makeup artist, hairstylist who's worked with Kima from the singing group Total. You remember Total, right?
Right.
Like Total.
Larry King Show Live. I think he's still alive, ain't he? I think he's still.
He is.
Like 90.
Yeah. 90. Wow, that's a big accomplishment. And Plastique Magazine and many, many more publications. All right, so that's little mama to the right. Big Daddy. All right, Big Daddy is featured in Essence. Who the fuck? Essence, my guy. Ebony Magazine.
How's Essence Festival?
Never been.
You have it?
Mm-mm.
You gotta go. We gotta go.
Yeah, I heard it was on the hook.
Y'all should do a live podcast.
I've been there 5 times. I've been there 5 times.
You're lying.
Can you see me wink? I can't see me doing that. All right, so Ebony Magazine, Essence Magazine, Complex. What the fuck? What we doing here? What we doing here at Black Enterprise and many, many more? So that's what the fuck we dealing with.
Right.
That's hard, yo.
We're dealing with some superstars.
Not yet. Not yet.
We
Let's
gonna
go.
say it for y'all. Y'all some superstars.
So let's jump in, fellas. Somebody else ask a question. See, this how easy. I'll just do my motherfucking.
No, do your thing.
Do my thing, my 60 minutes thing.
Well, not 60 minutes, but
All right,
don't
so
worry. I'll try off when you jump in there first, and then I ask when I.
let's see how far we can go back. Let's go back. Let's make it cute today. We don't be cute at all. We don't have couples.
I feel like we do cute shit every week.
You calling me cute, nigga?
Nigga,
You'll watch me like this nigga so cute. When did y'all first meet each other? Was it at a shoot? That'll be hard. See, that was how hard it was.
Technically,
let's just lie. It was at a shoot.
No, it was. So you walked on
he opened the door for me, and I thought it
No,
was cute.
she met him before he met her. That's what that sounds like.
What?
You probably seen him first and was like, okay.
Nah, we was there for somebody else, but
So you hollered at him, Connor. Said he was cute.
yeah, that was it. I like that from
So you were walking in. Where were you walking into?
What the fuck was it?
a shoot. Like that's not. I'm not
Somebody
tripping.
got that story.
Because you
Leave
came
him
back
waiting
down
at
with you makeup. It was a shoot.
Later.
They was at a swingers party. This was the fuck going on. They've been lying about this for years.
She went
A
upstairs
shoot.
and then
She
came
like,
back
no,
up
this is
there.
too
He
far.
already
Yes.
Y'all
You
niggas
at the
butt
paradox,
naked.
busted wide open.
Busted wide
Paradox.
open. All right, so you thought he was cute. He opened the door for
That
you.
was it, because I didn't even know he was a photographer. He had on a FedEx uniform.
Oh, he was
That
working.
day.
Yes, it
Is
was.
that-
That's the first time I met you, sir.
Yeah, that's how you know you.
So hold on, you worked for FedEx too?
Yeah.
That's how you know you cute.
I don't
You
lie.
at work and you get booked.
Oh, I was trying to figure out if you just had on the
No, I just said he
outfit.
was cute. That was it. It wasn't like.
You know what that means when a guy says
Did
that.
you
course.
automatically
It means you wanna have sex with us.
I smiled and just kept it moving.
Smart.
But in your head, you thought she wanted this dick.
Yeah.
As a man.
Look at it. As a man.
We're 100% wrong. We're 100%. But we hit our boys like, yo, you know, shorty at the desk.
Shit,
That was cute, nigga. I'm about to give it to her. I'm about to give it his dick. Now, of course, he's a gentleman, right? And he you know,
Yeah.
the whole time he like,
She gonna catch all this D.
all this eventually, all this will eventually be
It's
hers.
25 letters in the alphabet, but she gonna catch the D later.
She gonna catch the dick.
Oh, that's all right.
So what was
My
your?
mama.
Oh, mom was watching this. All right. So just in case if y'all didn't understand the title of the show, not
It's
safe for
safe for
years.
years, so
We say a lot of
full
wild shit.
disclaimer: you never know what you're gonna get on this show.
But we're good
You gotta
guys.
watch it
Good
already.
guys. We, you know.
Yeah, so we're gonna give it to you real and uncut.
Yeah.
So,
So back to this dick and pussy talk. No. So from your perspective, right now you got this beautiful woman saying you look cute.
Uh-huh.
How did you feel? You like, oh shit. Did you?
Well, at that time in my life, I was kind of feeling myself, so it wasn't. I was small. I wasn't big no more. I was feeling myself. I wasn't thinking nothing about it.
He was like, yeah, I am cute.
Right.
Now sign for this package.
No.
And then you open the box up and it was your dick. That was it. I know you ain't shaking your head. I'm waiting for you to turn on, man. The
I
fuck?
am on. I'm
Where you
listening.
at? All right,
I'm
you
here.
You Lex. No, fuck that.
No, yeah.
I don't like shyness there. Look, Denzel got married, y'all.
You gotta-
Congratulations real
Oh,
quick.
I'm not. Stop saying that, yo. It's next week. Next week I got married.
He married in spirit.
Oh, you get married this week?
But he
I
been
get married
real.
next week.
He been real.
Congratulations.
So you him shy.
you gonna be that in the
I'm not
DR.
shy. I'm
You
not
ain't
shy. I'm
sweet,
listening,
yeah.
yo.
No,
I'm listening,
no,
yo.
let Denzel do his thing.
Yeah.
You know how he is, so let him do his thing. He over there. He
So
good.
you guys met each other. Did you know anything about each other's backgrounds?
No.
No.
It was just a physical attraction. He was
So
nice.
when did you?
Okay,
so
okay.
When did you take the step to actually be like, hey,
We were around each other. We had mutual friends, so we was around each other a lot.
right?
All right, I'm gonna
So,
skip ahead.
a lot.
No, it didn't take that long though.
Right.
Who went first?
Him. He hit me
He
with
had
the
to-
whole like, all right, so we was at an event and like I had to go because I had to work. I worked at 7-Eleven, but I was
It's cool. Shit, fuck
so
it.
the event is over and he like, you ain't gonna take a picture of me before you go? And I was like, what?
My nigga said, take a picture with me
I
before
was like,
you
huh?
go.
Was that before Instagram?
He was like, it's weird.
No.
Nah,
It
but
was-
Oh, it was Instagram age?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you doing
And
it
I
for
was like,
publicity?
I
but
guess.
no, I did. I have a picture
I
of
didn't
it.
know niggas use that line, so I was
Said
like,
flick this up real quick.
And then I
It
was-
worked though.
I mean, I took a picture together.
Was there any information exchange? Like, yo,
How long ago
He
was
stole
this?
my phone number. That's how we started talking.
Oh.
So one of her friends.
All right.
So wait.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
one of her friends' phone died,
Tell it.
and she called
Everybody sit down
her
to you,
from
yo.
my phone,
Right.
and I
Smart.
kept the number.
That's the right way to do
And
it.
then y'all was like,
And then I
hey,
text
this
her.
is
Right.
How you say it?
Cyrano.
Cyrano. This is Cyrano.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what's popping with you.
Yeah.
It wasn't like that, but I just
All in a
regular
nutshell.
Right, it's a regular conversation.
Of course.
He texted me, and then I was just like, okay. And then he kept texting. I was
He
like,
kept texting.
oh, all right, like, I found my friend now. Like, we good.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then it was just like, hey, so how you doing? How you been? I'm
And then it was just like,
What was the first date?
I cooked for you the first time.
Yeah.
Yo, this man's a good man, bro.
Hey, look, I cooked
What you made?
chicken tikka masala.
Yeah.
Yo, showed up.
Indian.
He was
Give
showing
it
up.
some. Was it a little spicy or more like?
wake up and cook
That
up.
was good shit.
So who made breakfast the next morning?
Hold on.
Say no.
Nah, I didn't work. We worked the next morning. So
Okay.
I left and she left.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we watched 1,000 Years Die.
Yeah, we used to watch that.
That's
That
what y'all
was
watch?
a bomb ass show.
Oh shit.
That's a movie, right?
Nah, it's a show.
It's a show.
I thought it was a movie.
Yeah, they be coming up with all kinds of
Hey, everybody,
The
give this
impractical
nigga
joke.
hand.
I know. Hey, what was the one?
Hey, mom,
No.
give this nigga hand.
No, hold on. What was the movie where Seth MacFarlane made that? It's like 1,000 Ways to Die. It was a movie, right?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a movie. Was it 1,000? I think it was more.
Yeah. I don't
In the movie one, he did like a spoof of it.
Right.
know.
But we want to talk about that nigga. Fuck, give me this nigga. hand. The fucking show was on 18
Yo, I
years.
put y'all on your show. Y'all put me
Sure
over
did,
this show.
sure did.
Yeah.
Right. That's how it works. That's how it
All right,
works.
so you guys met each other. That was beautiful, right?
Right.
When did you cross paths as far as your professions? I mean, you had some of the same friends. Did you know about it, or was it like
Oh no, that was pretty like
Early on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cause what was like the next day?
The next day, yeah, we she was doing makeup for Stevie Boy, who does eyewear design.
I
He
know
did
Stevie,
it
yeah, I
for
seen that.
like
I seen
Lady
some
Gaga
of
and a
it.
whole bunch of other people.
Mm.
And she was doing makeup. I was just there. I wasn't shooting. I was just there at the studio.
Yeah.
You just hanging out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Asking
man.
questions like a
he just
creep.
popped up?
Like a creep.
Yeah.
He knew you was gonna be there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
This is some chivalry shit.
Yeah,
Let's talk about
You
that.
think that shit?
Yeah.
Well, it's right there by Dexter. It's like Dexter, but
It's like
Not
if
necessarily.
a girl likes
wait,
you,
wait,
if a girl,
he was on some ram but he was like,
Oh, we talking that Dexter.
huh? No, I'm talking about the serial killer.
Oh, yeah.
That's the second show he ain't know about. That's a classic.
No, I know about
He
Dexter,
knew about it.
but
He just
he
wanted
said
to make
it's
sure.
that Dexter. I don't know what Dexter he was talking.
Yeah,
thought you
I'm
talking about
talking
Dexter.
about-
I thought
Well, I'm saying,
that's
well, I'm
what
saying
I
thought.
stalkerish. Stalker, you know.
So look,
You're not a stalker, though, of course.
No,
Gotta get these jokes off.
Yeah.
But
he could be a stalker. He just is reformed at this
What do you
point.
mean? He stole my number. He's
I
Yeah,
didn't steal it.
Yes, he did.
It was
First of all, let's start here.
it's
I
like
think I'm flattered. If a girl steal my number, I'm flattered.
No.
Well, that's not that. Look, possession is 9 times of the law, correct?
Right.
If it was already in my phone, all it needed to be do was saved. Right? It
No
just
one-
needed to be saved.
knowing what you know now. Would if you had to go back in time,
Uh-huh.
you wouldn't change nothing, right?
No.
Still a
He
stalker.
probably went harder.
He's still stalking.
Well, listen, you stalk what you want to get, right? You stalk your prey.
that line do it all the time.
He wanted to eat that ass up, so, you know.
Eat that ass up. Eat that
That's
ass
what that was.
That's all right.
That's his favorite song. Nigga sitting in my seat there, I told him eat that ass up and shit.
What you got? Of course, I'm here with the sticker. Just
Yeah,
say,
there
I
you
eat ass.
If y'all don't know, we got a sticker that say I eat ass. In case you missed that.
Hey, for all the dedicated followers, they already knew that. So.
You think
Right.
you think you got better after you got married?
Yeah, eating ass?
Of course.
I mean, we can go that route.
I mean, I was talking about like
We-
as an individual.
I saw you somebody eating ass.
I just want to understand what you're talking about.
So I said, you put that in right after the fact.
We should have asked her, like, so how's his ass eating skills, guys?
We can ask that to this question. So listen,
Oh.
He don't eat ass, please. No, it's no ass eating at the house, please. Don't lie to people.
so
Ah.
that's what we're not talking about.
We never don't eat ass.
Okay, so anyway, in regards to me
He's
as
been
an-
content this whole time.
as an
like-
individual,
Yeah.
it's made me bad. It filled a void that I didn't know I had. And it's made me not have to worry about certain things. Like, I don't have to worry, whatever, girl. So, it made me not have to worry about anybody but her.
Yeah.
Like,
I
when
need
you
that piece.
single,
Mhm.
you trying to worry about where your next pussy appointment coming from.
Yeah.
And it's not just about that, but it's just like, you wanna be in a situation where You-
He was trying to. Yeah. He's working on it.
the point is, you want that companionship.
Yeah.
No,
When you come home at night as a single man, you just like, damn,
Let's
yo.
talk about that.
What?
When the fuck he got me, he wouldn't give me nothing.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
We're
in a
gonna get
second.
there.
Hold on, I got
Why
a
is it that a
series of
man?
questions I
Okay,
have.
listen, let me finish this. And I need to adjust that because I need to understand. So,
Hold on, you didn't give her no?
90 days.
We're gonna get there.
90 days. Well, I'll tell
You
you.
made her wait night. What did you read a Steve Harvey book and then you decided on us?
No. Okay, so.
Hold on,
And
let me
let me
finish
run it off
It's
today.
too much to talk about.
No. Listen, right? As men, when we have sex with women, if we had any initial feelings for them, if we have sex with them too early, those feelings come out without nut. Me personally, I liked her.
Yeah.
So I knew if I had sex with her too early, I might not really like her. I wanted to make sure I really liked her before I even shared that type of situation with her.
I understand that. How's 90 days? How'd you come up with the 90-day mark?
Because I've done it in 30, I've done it in 60, and it went away, and then I just waited.
So you just keep going until you like realize like, all right, 90 days is my mark where.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can find out.
I can figure it out. We went on dates, we hung out. You know what I'm saying? We actually spent time with each other before being intimate.
Oh, we gotta stop right here. I think she's ready to tell us the truth.
I know, but I got one. I got one question I have to ask.
What's up?
How long you been married?
A year now.
A year? Do you think your pussy rate kind of like skyrocketed after?
There go this pussy rate.
Or
there go this pussy rate.
With what? With marriage?
So you get married, right? But you still know that, you got a bravado, right?
Right.
And girls might look at you. Now you're married, you're not looking at them, they may be looking at you more.
Oh, no, they think he's sexy.
They think you're sexy now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because they can't get him.
So,
he's the forbidden fruit.
Do you feel like if you weren't married, it's the current state, you feel like it's higher now than it was before? You
As an unmarried person?
Yeah. So when you were single, right?
Right.
You were getting what you could get.
Well, I was a fuckboy.
Could you get more now?
If you weren't married.
Possibly, I don't know.
Yeah.
She thinks so.
What, me?
Yeah, you think so?
Oh, if he wasn't married?
Yeah.
His current state now?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he'd be a coochie machine.
Coochie machine.
Coochie machine and pussy appointment.
I love it.
Two things, yo. Coochie machine and pussy appointment.
Hashtag coochie machine.
Both of them. We gotta get stick on that now.
I like that.
A nice car.
Before she get into whatever she's gonna get into,
About what?
about everything, about the 90 days.
Yeah, I want
No. You cannot try to.
No, I'm not smoothing it over.
Donald Trump this right now.
I want to finish my thought.
No.
I just want to finish my thought.
No.
So I can't finish my
No,
thought?
because you're gonna try to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
But it's fine. No,
All right, now I want to hear from a woman's perspective because we don't hear that at all.
Nah, not at all.
That's some real. I just did a poll on that. Matter of fact,
What?
about not giving it. Like if a girl threw it at a good dude and he didn't take it.
Well, let's be clear. She was sleeping with other people,
You were too.
and I was too.
But I
You guys agreed on that for 90 days?
But I liked her.
Oh, I see.
So you agreed on that for 90 days?
Right.
Huh?
You agreed on that for 90 days?
It wasn't an agreement. I just didn't give her none.
No.
But you didn't give her none, but you know she was sleeping with him.
He told you that?
Yeah, I didn't care. We not
But
together.
you knew that, though.
Yeah.
At the time.
Me and her.
So you
weren't
kind
an
of
item.
verbally, you kind of like agreed on it, right?
Nah, so we were supposed to be like dating. So.
And that's not a bad thing. I actually like that. I like
He
that.
told me, what the fuck? Oh, no, I was trying to get some. And then he told me. And I was like, what?
I said I want to win.
He's like, oh, no.
Did you wait till she was jiggling the balls first, or?
No, I just waited. I just waited.
I was trying to take it.
That's
Like, I was
kind of
trying
cool,
to
yo.
take
You trying to get it?
Like, no, I'm gonna wait. I was like, wait for what?
Did he give you the stiff arm?
Yeah,
He gave you the stiff arm.
To be clear, when I wanted it, she said she was on a period.
I was when I was supposed to be spending the night, so you can get your little cable.
Right.
Yeah,
I asked her she was on her Grammy party.
that's what he.
The red carpet.
Oh shit!
I like
And,
that. God damn, y'all got some slick.
Yo, y'all been
Yeah,
this really.
So this is what she did. So this is what she did.
We should be
I
writing
said,
this shit down,
you and your
Grammy
Grammy
party,
party?
pussy appointment, and what was the other one?
Oh.
Coochie machine.
Coochie machine.
So look.
I like all three of those.
So then look. I was like, oh, we in the bed. And I'm like, you on your Grammy party? She said, yup, good night. And just went on bed. So I was like,
You ain't gonna jump in the shower real quick? Like you got 5 minutes, bro.
No,
nope. It was a good night.
I wasn't over there for that.
She was over there away from my cable, to be fair.
That was
The
it.
next day I was getting internet and I needed somebody there. So to be
Yeah.
fair, that's what she was
He
there
trying to be
for.
slick because I was like, he was trying to get some cooch, but he was on a date.
Listen,
You guys watch porn together?
I would have tried too.
it's funny.
He was
Just so you
on
know.
a date.
What?
It's very interesting.
What?
We laugh at it.
You laugh at porn
Yeah,
together?
it's
Yeah.
not for material. It's literally for cheer enjoyment.
So
Not like that.
I asked because I think a lot of couples stop each other from doing stuff like that.
What?
Watching porn.
Watching porn together, things like
That
that.
shit funny. Oh yeah, like that should be funny as shit.
They still talk like that, yo?
Yeah.
They do.
They did. I always do that voice. And when she be like,
Yeah.
Give me that cock. Like, what the fuck is this? Who talks like this?
Nah, yeah. I don't know.
That's
Maybe-
that white girl
I think some
porn,
people
right?
probably do though.
No.
Nah, fuck
Interracial porn is like that too.
Is it?
So like, if a black woman is messing with a white, she does like.
Oh, she'll white it up for him.
It'd be weird as shit.
It'd be weird. Like,
But when you get the black dude piping down the white woman, she was like, oh, damn. Like,
So hold on.
she can't get any of that shit out. She's like, ah.
Black dude bring the bass out you go.
Nothing better than the black dudes back when we was like in high school.
Booty talk.
Booty talks.
Money and booty.
Yeah. And they just breathe hard, yo. Like, yeah.
Remember the one dude that would come and he would like his whole body like, ah! You remember that?
Oh, I do remember that.
He like, ah! You remember that? Yo, it's a dude.
Yeah.
It's funny. It shouldn't have. But he used to come.
I can't think of his name.
I think he was
over
over
the
the
head.
No,
No,
that's Mr. Marcus.
Mr. Marcus.
And
This
you had
dude was
Jake
just like
Steed.
his
You
whole
had
body.
fucking
He would cry. You remember that?
yeah.
You gotta see. You talking about some funny shit?
No.
Look at this. A black dude when he
He
would
got a
bust.
bald head, right?
Yeah, he would like over exaggerated. Like that's how we feel. Oh, it was good. It was
I
classic.
don't know who you talking
I
about.
think that's the same dude that used to spit in chicks' mouths. He was the first one that he like started that shit.
Yeah. All right, so hold on. Let's do it. Let's rein back a little teeny bit. Which I don't. And this I ain't never mad with nothing, right? Because we kind of did a reverse. We kind of started off freaky nasty, but I do want to pay respect to a lot of the hard work y'all doing and what you guys are actually doing in the field.
Okay.
Outside of eating ass.
Well, I tried to take it that direction just to be clear, right? When I said,
you talking about the
did
pussy
she
rate?
make? No, I said.
You said the pussy rate was out the direction.
I said, did you become better after getting married?
Yeah, but
and he's like,
at
eating ass.
Right, because
I was trying.
ass.
I tried to reel us in.
We gonna take a shit. You gonna take a shit?
No.
Let's start with my man.
Yeah, we'll start with you, and then
Photography.
she comes back in.
Okay.
And he's a part-time photographer as well, right? You do that as well.
Not part time necessarily, but I do it as a small time hobby.
Hobby.
It's something that I want to get
Okay.
into to a certain degree.
I wanted to say hobbies, but I thought part-time be more respectful because I didn't know what time you spend on it.
Well, no. You got hobbyists, semi-pro, and pro.
So hobbyist, and then it'd be semi-pro and pro,
And then pro,
right?
yeah.
So I meant to say semi-pro.
How do you know the difference between semi-pro and
He
pro?
would be a hobbyist currently.
That's what I
currently.
didn't want to say hobbyist in case he felt like he was a semi-pro.
No.
I didn't know.
I haven't been
I didn't
taking
know.
my-
Well,
You just can't say he's
Your
a hobby
level was
a hobby bodybuilder.
Because he does. Here you go with that shit. Here you go with that shit. All right, so back to you. Back to you guys.
Hold on.
Photography.
Let me show my ass.
Yeah, you gotta start stuck with this motherfucker, man. You gotta let me know. Don't call me to come in. Don't tag me in.
No, I got you.
All right, so photography.
Okay.
We know each other for a long time.
Right.
I can't quite remember when you got into it. I remember the music game and everybody being a part of that and really,
Don't bring that
but
up.
were you always secretly like artistic or love photography, or was it something later in life you picked up on?
Nah, it was late in life. So my son, when he was born, when he was like 2, I had well, it's funny because the job that I have now, I had then.
Mm-hmm.
So what wound up happening was I just had the money to buy a camera. I just wanted to buy a camera to take pictures of my son. Because I had initially, like when my son was born, I took pictures of him, and I took pictures of him on like my phone, and then I lost my phone. So all the baby pictures from my son are gone.
Ooh, that hurts.
So I only had pictures from him from when he's like 2 and up.
Right.
From when I actually bought a camera. So I bought it then, and then after I bought it, I just would shoot stuff. I was at that time I was heavily into street racing, so I would shoot cars and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And then I got an opportunity from a friend to shoot for it was a magazine in DC called Hush Society magazine. Mm-hmm. So I got an opportunity to shoot there, and I shot all that and all that other stuff. It was cool. And what wound up happening was they had like little gigs and stuff like at Ray Lewis's house and stuff like that. So I got to event photography. So my big break, which is how I got into Ebony, when Obama got elected, they had to remember that couple that they said crashed the inaugural ball. Mm-hmm. So it was a black guy that was with them. The black guy wound up being the dude who ran Hush Society magazine. I had pictures of him on my Facebook. So Jet Magazine had reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I seen this picture of this gentleman on your thing. We're running a story on him. Can I use it?" I said, "Cool."
How much?
So they was like, "Well, how much do you want?"
Cut the check.
Right? I said, "Well, I just want credit and a job." So it turned into, "That's it?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "When y'all get a gig available in my area, let me get it." You know what I'm saying? So they put my name on there, and then I got a job, and I shot, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but I got like a 3-4 page spread in Ebony. And what I fucked up on is I was green at the time, so I didn't know about net 30, net 60, net 90, which is like, for people who don't know what that is, for companies, they have a certain amount of time they can pay you. So if you net 30, they got 30 days to pay you. At the end of their period where they pay people. 60, 90, same thing. 60 days, 90 days. So I didn't know what net 30 was. When you work for a company like Ebony, you get paid at the end of the month. I didn't know that at the time. I kept having to do for my money. I finally got it and got blacklisted. So I want to work back for Ebony, and I want to do more work for Essence, because the Essence, Black Enterprise, and all that other stuff, I was on their websites.
So they would net 30. They was net 30.
They net 30.
And you
at the time I didn't know the word.
You was like,
yeah, I'm like,
and then they didn't tell you.
They're not explaining it
to
to
be
me.
net 7.
Right.
Net 24.
Net now. Right. Net now. So like with a lot of companies, I'm net prior, which means I'm not coming until you pay me.
Yeah.
Right. Because some people like, I work for somebody here at company wise, a big company, and they was net 30 and took 60 to 70 days to pay me. So now I would never do anything for them net 30. They have to pay me up front before I do it.
Like that.
Great point before we dig feet. You have to learn the rules before you jump in it.
Yes.
No, not true.
Well, in this case, it's always. But if you look in the music game, a lot of times people are taken advantage of because they don't understand publishing or copywriting. And I never understood it from the photography point of view. I didn't know about that. And then how you kind of dug yourself in a hole what you're trying to get out to with that company.
Right.
Because it's just not knowing, okay, this is how.
Well, it's knowing the jargon. It has, like, all businesses are the same. They have different jargon. That's all it is. Mm-hmm. So it's about knowing the jargon before you get into it. Like, it's saying that, okay, you want to get into photography. Just know what net 30, net 60, net 90.
You better
know what deposits are. Know what anything that has to do with your money, know what it is.
You should. But sometimes you get a break before you're ready for it. And then, like what you're saying, it happened to you. It ain't like you worse off now. You still in the game.
Right. At least now you know.
You just learned the hard way. But the path to success is paved with a shit ton of fucking fuck ups.
Right.
So it's like sometimes you just gotta jump. Say
right.
You don't have to learn.
Sometimes,
this
yes. Sometimes.
You should, but
I think
you're not always.
If you're looking to jump into something, like if I want to be a boxer, I should maybe know how to fight a little bit. I should just be like, oh, I can punch once. There's certain rules, like if you want to jump in, and this is hindsight being 2020.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking to the viewers out there. If you wanted to jump in this and you're listening, and he's telling you these things, it's something you should maybe pay attention to, versus just showing up with your iPhone Max and being like, I'm about to blow up.
And just like little stuff, I work for businesses, and I had to want to get my tax ID.
Yeah.
Because what happened was, like, a lot of like the government companies and stuff like that, they won't work with you unless you have a tax ID. So I had to get a tax ID, LLC my stuff. I pay my dues every year. Like, I do stuff.
Yeah.
You write stuff up too.
Yeah. Well, I need to, but but
cut that out.
nah, it's all good. Like
We pay our taxes.
We pay our taxes.
Yeah, but you can write stuff off.
Yeah, we can write stuff off. Too. We can write stuff off as business expenses, which is fine. But yeah, I just learning a lot of stuff just to be able to go further is important to me. Like, I like when people, like, if I work with a company, I like when they research and they see I have a tax ID number, or they see that I'm with the Better Business Bureau, or they see all that. They see the legitimacy.
But we asked him, so we're gonna ask you again. How about you, Ed?
Well, yeah. Hold on. I got some questions for the photographer.
Okay.
So I'm in it for the hobby. So let's say me personally, I want to go into like fitness photography and stuff like that.
Right.
So what would you say like the 5 key points of shooting are for somebody who's going from a hobby to, let's say, semi-pro?
Just learn lighting and shoot. Try not to get caught up in the logistics of photography. And the reason being is because you start psyching yourself. I've been at that place. You start psyching yourself out of it. You start being overcritical. Just learn light and shoot. Everything else will fall into place.
And try guerrilla photography.
What?
Just
shoot people that don't expect it and don't want it.
Yeah, that's how you get sued. They have release rules.
Let me talk about the rules of the game.
They gotta sign release.
I mean, you can
show with a nigga kitchen and say cheese. No, bitch, no. Don't do that. Hey, motherfucker.
Click. If you the only one, if you the first to do it, then
you want some wonderful
might be coming.
Your kids are fearless in everything in life.
All right, so another question, and then we can hop over to this young lady here and her makeup and everything like that. Now, as far as learning the logistics behind the business part of it, where would you say the best information to find that is, or like as far as like the LLC and all that kind of stuff? Where do you think the person can find the best information besides like just saying the internet? Like, where would you go on the internet?
To figure out how to get an LLC?
So not to figure out how to get an LLC, but try to
just tips and tricks.
Yeah, like tips and tricks. To take your photography.
I put a lot of tips and tricks on my website.
Okay.
For models, for photographers, I do that often.
What's the website?
It's www.photosbycyrano.com, and I have I think I still have it up. It should be a blog up top. So
Dope site. I read a few of his pieces.
You can do that. I mean, business wise, you can go right down to State Center.
Okay.
And talk to them. There's a building right there across from State Center.
Yeah.
You talk to them, they can get you right. It's like $200 at your LLC. Understand what you want to do. You can do a sole proprietorship, but if you do a sole proprietorship, if somebody sue you, that's on you. It's not you can't. It's not on the company. Right. So, but a lot of that stuff you can find on Google. But to be completely honest with you, I know it's a lost art to read books.
Read books.
Books are actually a lot better than books are stuck in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Google and stuff that can be altered as everything is happening. So like if you go to a library and get a book that's like from 96 and it's telling you definitions of stuff, nobody altered that since 96.
Right.
So there's some sort of validity to it. With Google, Wikipedia, all that stuff, it's some 12-year-old in their basement right now just like
rewriting it
because they just feel like it should be different.
Got you.
Right.
Cool. Right. Appreciate it.
What?
It should be.
That was on you, young lady.
Makeup artist, hairstylist.
Woo.
Was it from day one? Were you that kid always in the mirror fucking up mommy's makeup, or was it something later in life?
Yeah, that was.
Put a highlight on her hair too, man. That's dope.
Shit is tight.
It's really dope. It's nice and crisp, and like she got the angles.
Nice and crisp. That's how you know he a man. Girl, your hair crisp. Look, I ain't know what the fuck to say either though. I'd say nothing.
What you want me to say?
Crunchy and
what they call it?
That shit look juicy. This nigga hungry. That shit look crisp.
Waffle crisp.
God damn. It looks very nice. Very nice.
It does look
Very
nice.
nice, yes.
What's the issue?
Hey, Mom, I know what the fuck to say you though.
Crisp.
It's crisp.
He said crisp.
It was.
So the hell what?
What you mean? So the hell
What
what?
you want me to say?
Can't get away with that.
Yeah, show even worse. So I don't know what to say. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, where is he gonna go with this?
Or shake up, or like if you got on a suit or something.
Yeah, look sharp as shit.
That's a sharp
That's
hair.
that old school shit.
Jesus Christ.
Real quick, what would a girl? If a guy want to call him with a girl's hair, what should we say?
That's fine. Like it was fine.
Crisp is
Crisp
fine.
is cool. You a fuck? Hey, girl, you call my hair crisp.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know. I think I've been around too long.
It sounds funny. I can't say, yeah, your hair is slayed. Like I said, gay and this shit.
Slay?
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I said,
She come out the house, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I do that. Y'all do with your girl.
That's my wife. Like, my wife. I do this one, y'all do this one. And she'll come out the house like, yes, I love it. Like, she look good.
Yeah.
So.
Got you. All right,
He
cool.
used to do that shit when he used to work at T-Mobile. He'd be like, I like your eyebrows. Stay nice. Watch nice. The bitch be like, thanks.
But then all my friends, all my coworkers used to do this disclaimer. Oh no, he's a photographer. He can do that.
Yeah.
They look at me like,
you get paid.
Bruh.
Yeah.
right, bro.
We went to dinner and he told the girl he wanted to shoot her. And she looked scared as a bitch. I was like, girl,
I'm about to shoot you.
She thought it was Denzel. Just popping up.
He was doing guerrilla photography before he even
Hey, yo, that sounds like some real good.
Full-blown creep.
All right, now, girl, tell them about your how you got here.
Yeah. Let's go from where you started. Like, when did you know that was the thing for you? Like, you did like your grandmother's hair. Y'all was in the kitchen
Well, no, I
with the flat iron or something.
I just realistically, I went because I was trying to be for college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went to school for it and everything, or
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so I could pay for college for something else.
got you.
I was.
What'd you go to college for?
I was gonna be a medical examiner.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
To examine the dead people, right?
like the black bitch from CSI.
She wanted to be a black bitch from CSI.
Yeah,
That's who
the
inspired
girl
me.
from the corner.
You be a forensic scientist and watching CSI.
You ain't gonna never let that bitch live that
No.
down.
No, she was on the corner and she was on CB4. So what do you think? I'm sorry.
CB4 is a good movie.
Another fucking classic. Okay, let's go back to you. That's a classic.
Yeah, that was it.
Especially the titty scene. I'm sorry.
What titty scene?
In CB4, y'all remember the titty scene?
Nah,
Go back and look at the titty scene.
We can tell Nick would put it on pause like.
I didn't see the titties.
Nick put it on pause like. That's a good titty right there.
It was two nice titties. Anyway,
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
yeah. Back to your makeup and not the titties.
Yeah.
makeup. Yeah.
Guerrilla makeup
Gorilla makeup.
artist.
Nah.
What?
What the fuck?
What you pop up like?
They say beat.
I wish I could just walk up on a bitch and be like, girl.
Yo,
somebody should do that.
That will make you go viral.
It would.
If you find a way, even if you gotta lie to them and say, listen, I'm about to do this, just play along, sign this.
Just do a pop up, make
and you just like, hey, stop real quick, and you just do it and recorded it, and y'all edit that beautifully. Viral. Hey, look, you can take the advice or not. I would click that shit. This motherfucker just something, and then you made it look good too, and then you just take the photos. Click.
Don't forget where you heard it from.
Right.
That'd be dope.
I just be like, hi.
And you make them an instant star.
Yeah, you like, all right, look, if you just sit there and have a seat, I promise you.
So if they got bad makeup, we can just take makeup wipes.
Just hang it all off. And somebody gonna swing at you, but that's what people cooking for.
Nobody gonna swing at them, yo.
No, anybody gonna swing at them.
My wife will fucking swing at you. Don't come to my wife. Yeah. Fucking touch my face. Fuck wrong with you?
Yeah, your wife will probably get dude. What is both of them just?
No, I'm not saying that they won't fight back. I'm saying people out there, you just see this gorilla mother's gonna get them fucked up.
It's gonna get them viral.
So
I said it real.
So say the girl jump on you, right? And she start fighting, we beat her up and we still beat her face.
It's still going on well.
Beat her face and then beat her face.
Right. Listen, if the screenshot is this, and it's like, watch what happens, I'm clicking that video.
And then look. And then after the fact, you can really see the artwork that goes behind it. You be like, look, face beat before, and then face beat after.
And if she wakes up looking better than she did when she went to sleep,
bingo.
Yeah, went to sleep.
Night, nigga.
All right, so we interrupted her like 12 times, and I do like at least 10. So
that's all right. But yeah, I went to school, and like it just ain't work out money wise. So my sister, she does hair too, but I was like, maybe I can go to school and do that. And when I got out, I never went back. Like,
you just like, fuck it.
I just started doing hair.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then
I got introduced to makeup while I was in hair school. And then from there, that was it. Like, I went to another class and I did some other stuff and experimented on some people. I apologize in advance because
it was some rough ones. You had like one eyelid.
She looked like
red.
Damn, that eyebrow crooked as a motherfucker.
So, not to downplay what you're saying. I'm guessing maybe she's humble. Maybe she's a humble person.
No.
But you ain't just go from like playing around to Plastique Magazine.
Oh no, I took a lot of work.
Yeah. Walk us through some of that.
Walk us through some of that hard shit.
A lot of free shit. But I was trying to figure out like how I can make money doing it. Mm-hmm. And I used to be on Craigslist all the time. And he always joked me about it, but like I used to get the best shit on Craigslist. That's how I got the shit with Larry King.
Craigslist?
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
how crazy is that?
And I used to read shit and I'd be like, this shit.
What was your ad saying?
Yeah, what was that Larry King? We need somebody to make this old nigga like he alive.
Make this old nigga like he's still alive? Really?
Yeah.
We need a medical examiner with makeup skills. We need a mortician.
Nah, they just was like, we need a makeup artist for like a concert. So it was like a concert for like veterans. And I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. And my homegirl at the time was like, I'll take you if you get the shit. So I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. It don't look real, but whatever. They paid me $500. So I was like, let me see what happens. So when I got there, it was like, one of the Osmonds was there.
Who's that?
Yeah, the Osmonds. Okay, never mind.
He knows everything. Why does he not know who the Osmonds is?
Just Google it.
Like the little boy?
Now, did you see that spaghetti old thing with Lil Yachty and Dottie?
Yeah.
That's the one of the
Yeah, one of them. Okay. I think it was his son. So.
Okay.
Y'all dumb. But no,
must be bad there.
And then there was a couple other people, and then it was like Larry King. So, I finally met Larry King. It was like doing somebody's grandfather. I swear, his security guard was probably his grandson. And then he walked him in, and I was like, all right, cool. I had all this shit. I bought extra shit, and I'm thinking I'm really ready,
hook him up,
do some shit. No, he had a piece of fucking hair sticking up. I got from his nap, and he was like, "Can you just get this piece right here?" And I'm like, "All right." So
hook this ass up.
we get it down, and they all right, we just put a little bit of powder on him, and like it legit was like I was on my grandfather's makeup because he like blinked the whole time, and he was like,
But did he look at you straight in your eyes the whole time?
he never talked to me.
Real grandfather shit.
Once I was done, it was like, all right, he gonna go take a nap. I was like,
Yo, he really old. Like that's not fake. He old.
like, all right,
Did he smell like old people?
Yeah.
And we all got old people that smell like old people before we,
Yeah.
mall balls maybe.
And the little sunspots and shit.
Yeah, little
I still
sunspot.
have yet to know what that smell is.
I don't know what it's just.
If you go, it's like that smell. It's just
It's
like if you go into like the nursing home, everybody, all the old people have taken a bath, but you still
It's the old people
smell.
smell
Like old skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just.
Y'all so fucked up, yo.
Yeah.
All of y'all.
Yo, he being real shy today, bro. Wow.
My grandmother's 90 years old, bro, and I
Yo,
know.
we gonna roast
It's
his
not
ass
like
after this.
it's not a terrible smell.
It smell like old skin.
It's just
Old skin.
It's like it's
Weathered skin.
My grandma don't smell like that though.
Yo, y'all are bad.
It's
yo.
not always
They
bad.
smell like them old strawberry treats and
Yeah, like church candy. Smell
church
like
candy. Yeah,
church candy.
Church candy.
Mothballs.
Yeah, mall
Well,
balls,
you had some
Church candy and Bibles.
mothballs because they.
We said
church candy and Bibles.
Bibles. Smell like Bible paper.
You ever open
Bible
Bible paper? You ever open old Bible
It make you feel good. It's like,
It should be like,
yeah.
Right, but then they got this smell to it.
you like that?
I didn't say I like it.
You know what she's doing?
We're trying to.
We never born, he watching.
Open the granny smell.
All right, so
I liked them before they did all that acting.
Like an old citronella candle.
he blinked a lot. It was just powder. It was very low profile for the type of job you thought maybe it was. Because you had your own kid out there.
He paid $500.
So my
I paid
thing is,
$500 to slick back some hair.
knowing that, and then going into this job that they said they were going to pay you $500 for, like, so were you thinking that might be your break at that point in time, like to continue to elevate, or was it like?
Yeah,
I'm
but
not sure about it.
I think to be honest, I think I literally only got the job because my name is like, they know who they was getting.
What's your name?
My name's Virginia. So
Virginia.
like most and my mother, she can whatever. Most of the time when I meet somebody with the same name,
The older.
old white woman or a young white woman, like I never, besides my grandparent, like I never have met, well maybe one besides my aunt. But, like,
And then when you came in, were they
I
acting
came in, they
weird?
were like, oh hi. I'm like,
Oh,
okay.
Right.
So
Dummy.
people they look at you like,
Dummy.
I get it.
Ebony Magazine is over there, sweet.
They were like, who you?
Did you stay for the show?
Yeah, I had to stay all day
Hmm.
until it was basically over.
That's dope.
But like, yeah, and then the check came, and then I was like,
What was it? Was it net 7, net 30, net 60? When did it come?
it probably like 30 days.
That's not bad.
But yeah, and then I was like, all right, cool.
Tell them cut the check. Sorry.
And then like I just went back to regular shit, doing hair and all that. But then like the hair thing didn't really work out. Like being in the salon didn't really work out because that's not really what I wanted to do.
Mm.
So I started looking at other avenues as far as like what to do from behind the chair. And they're like, oh yeah, you can just do this. So when I did that one show, I was like, all right, well, fuck it, I can keep doing shit like this. And then as long as they pay me on time, I'm good. Like we can just do that. So I'm trying to figure out what was my next. It was like I think it ended up being like a short film or something. Same shit.
How come you didn't go from taking the Larry King gig and then being like, oh, I could fucking, this is easy 500.
Yeah.
Just do all old people. Just go to
Go
to
old people.
like old folk homes. Just
Like an old tour.
one
So
old folk
basically,
home to the
he's
next.
trying to make sure that when he get these old grandma strippers, that he wear makeup. That's what he wants you to do.
Okay.
I'm just, but think about it though. Like
Yeah,
maybe
shit.
if she made a flyer out, circulated it through.
Yeah, but they all got $500. I thought you meant more like, all right, Larry King, let's go to Rosie O'Donnell. Let's go to like other
That'd
people
be good too.
looking for representation. Is there representation you can get? Like saying, I did Larry King.
Yeah.
I want to see status quos for it.
You mean
Yeah.
reputation?
I mean, you can get
Representation.
representation, but like,
Oh.
what the fuck?
Not
I'm not paying nobody to do shit I be doing. They do the same shit.
True.
They go online and they be like, hey, they sell you. I can sell myself. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like, I can sell myself. Like, like people, and to be honest, now, word of mouth work for me because most people be like, hey, so and so told me that you did this, and I'm trying to do something with you. And I'm like, all right.
Word of mouth.
Cool.
What about total? How did that go down?
That was cool.
That's for people who appreciate R&B, especially if you're around our age, a little older.
Yeah.
That was a big group, R&B group.
Yeah, my mom really loves Pam. I don't know what the fuck it is about Pam, but she was like the haircut. She had a haircut like her for a little bit. Like it was cool. But yeah,
was that another random in court? Like
yeah,
this? Okay.
like her
You was on Grinder or something?
no.
Which one's Grinder?
This is the gay ones.
Ooh, what's the other one?
Tender.
He was on Tender or something?
No.
You really try to clean that up.
Yeah,
It's too late.
It's too late.
And you was live too. You couldn't even.
I'm trying to take that back.
No.
Somebody out there watch like.
Grinder.
Yeah, her designer for her clothes lives in Baltimore.
Dope.
Nice.
Okay.
Was it a word of mouth thing?
Yeah, so like somebody literally, I think somebody was saying that they was looking for a makeup artist for something. They never said who it was, what it was. It was just like need a makeup artist for them. And that's usually how that works. So most of the time when you're doing stuff, or like even if you get represented, like they be like, oh, we need you to do makeup for a client, and they be like, this way you gotta be at, and this time you gotta be there. You don't know who the fuck it is. You get there, right? And they gotta try to keep it together.
Right.
So,
She's all like, oh shit.
I'm on the phone.
How you doing?
I'm on the phone with the lady, and she like, yeah, I'm gonna need you this day. And she like sent me the address or whatever, and it was like in New York or some shit. No, it was at her house. She was like, I'll come get you, and then we can go together. So I'm like, all right. I get there, and it came from Total, and her sister, you know, her sister is Vita, the rapper.
I didn't know that. I didn't know it was.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
They look just alike when you fucking see them together. So like when I get there, I was like, oh. She kind of says like, hey, how are you? I was like, I know, how are you? And then she was like, yeah, I need makeup. I'm like, oh, so we just got to talking, and then I get upstairs and my sister in there, and she's like, oh yeah, I need makeup too. And I was like, all right. So I kept it cool. It was fun. And then she invited me to, they had another event in New York at the Barclays Center, and I had to do makeup for that day too.
Nice.
I feel like we give a fucking hand clap for both of y'all. I'm too humble. Wait till I get my shit. Wait till we get our shit, fellas.
Hold on. I'm about to troll. I'm about to hit one of the moves. So, as far as like your dick rape, right?
Yeah. See, no, you keep going. No, keep going. I like that. How do you think your dick rape has gotten?
Why'd you do that? What was this?
Because there's a lot of dicks. Like, oh, look at all that.
Say down the scope of what would be if you weren't married, like the dick ratio, like.
Yeah.
Oh, she was
Because your hair looking real crisp.
He's a big advocate for her. And like,
I like their whole relationship,
way,
man.
right?
I like their whole relationship.
He's like, no,
I know my girl is
dick.
Give me something else.
Yeah, it probably was like.
You be good. It wasn't a decline, is what you're saying. She's a lady. Give a hand clap for a lady.
At least she kept it real. She said,
This nigga told me that if I ever was homeless, it wouldn't be for too long. So that's how I knew.
No, if you are.
Why would you think about her being homeless?
No,
It was a conversation.
Sound like you look so good. I'm all trying to tell you I'm homeless. He put like
with your wife.
That's what
About your wife being homeless one day?
No, you pull up with your wife, you like, yo, you got a blanket? That's all you got? Like, a nigga would take a chance.
How do you get to the
Like, you know what? I got to shower you.
All right.
Was y'all role playing?
nah.
That would be a good ass role play though. But I would like to be a homeless man. And some rich lady comes in
and then you just gonna pop over the road and shit and go like,
I feel like used to be working out with street signs. Like, I need $1.
Yeah.
Ooh, for what? My gym membership.
I need $1.
I told myself if I ever was homeless, I would maintain my Planet Fitness gym membership. You would shower in there. I get fed twice a month.
I thought about that before.
Damn, that's a good point.
Right. Pizza and bacon.
And if you look good,
and if you still have your car,
you can trick a girl out some money.
Go in there, wash up, work out real quick, come back out.
I get a phone and just use the Planet Fitness address.
It's some MILF in there that needs some dick.
Right.
She don't know you homeless.
And then, a matter of fact, you didn't know. They'd be like, you want a job? Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Be a personal trainer. Be super
good
homeless.
point,
I'm good. And then you
that's a really good point.
If you was a homeless personal trainer,
nobody know your business?
Right.
nigga, you could just train people outside.
Yeah, then
and everything's your home, so it's like
you're not homeless. Everything is your home. Write that shit down. Write that fucking shit down. You ain't homeless. You got the whole
come work out in my home gym.
Like, pull up. Nigga, this a playground. It's a monkey bar. Anything else you want to touch on career-wise with your photography? We're going to jump in that soon, but I would like to have the lady back when we go down that road. Anything else you want to tell people like maybe a Marvin or someone looking to get into it, some other pitfalls or ways they can navigate,
Originality is dead. That's probably the best thing for me to say. Like, you really are creating based off of things you saw before and just creating your own idea behind it.
Why is originality dead?
Because everything's pretty much been done.
How could that possibly be?
Creatively?
How could that possibly be?
Creatively? Yeah. If you look through what's going on creatively now, it's all revamped stuff from other eras. Yeah. And the reason for that is because they're running out of the ideas.
You think?
I do.
Okay. To find if that's true, right?
I don't know about that.
There's no way that's true. First of all, I mean, it's only 16 notes or 8 notes in music you can make, or 12 notes, something like that. Right. But they keep making new songs, keep making new genres. They bebop, rock and roll.
But the foundation of it is still the same 12 notes. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, but it's new music.
So if they're saying, so think about it. So that proves my point. Mm-hmm. It's all you're doing is revamping what was already there. So if you're making new sounds off of the same 12 notes since the 1800s, it's not originality. It's just a situation where you just putting your flair on it.
No, it's
you're inspired by these 12 notes.
It's a whole new thing.
How?
No, it's not, because all the shit sounds the same now.
Right. So how?
Yeah, until something new comes along. K-pop is new. That's
K-pop. K-pop is not new.
K-pop's not new.
K-pop has been out for years.
It's new and historically.
We're talking visual art or music.
We can talk anything. We can talk visual art too. We can talk visual art too, but clearly he knows way more than me about
no, it's not that. It's just saying that you like if you look at stuff creatively and visually, you can see where the inspiration came from.
How about this?
Okay,
you're a photographer.
Right.
Photography is only 200 years old. People were not taking pictures the way we digital photography clearly is not over 100 years old. That's not photography. That is completely different. And then you taking pictures, drawing people or paintings, and in Roman times, Greek times, they did sculpture work. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like as photography, right? So now we in digital photography. Now we got social media photography. Who knows what the next thing is going to be? Right. It's always changing. It's up to us to create the new thing. It's up to you to create the new thing. Not to say there's nothing new to create.
But it all stems from something else is what I'm telling you.
Okay, everything has modern day philosophy all comes from Plato and Socrates.
Let me help you out with
this.
Let me help you out with this. Originality is dead, individuality is not. So it's a difference between originality and individuality. You can call individuality original because it's coming from one person. However, it's a situation where it stems from something else that was out there. A lot of my ideas stem from other ideas, whether it's, I like the way that light look, or I like the way that bottle look. It stemmed from an idea. That bottle was created before my thought. That light was created before my thought. What you mean maybe?
Maybe. What I mean, maybe I'm going to tell you what I mean.
Go ahead.
How many... Nick is an extreme advocate for bonchon wings.
And then bonchon.
Okay.
Korean
fried chicken. Right. But the Koreans weren't frying.
Have y'all tasted that?
That's a mix. That's a mix of cultures there.
Hold on.
Koreans weren't frying chicken like that. It's a thing where they took something. They weren't creating bonchon style fried chicken in Korea.
But how do you know we didn't get fried chicken from Korea?
We didn't get fried chicken from Korea.
Who told you that?
It's not that I know the answer to that. I'm saying it's bonchon. This bonchon.
No,
it's a phenomenon it's a phenomena.
Well, I'm erasing bonchon.
How are we doing that? We talking about new concepts. How could we erase a new concept that I'm trying to discuss?
That originally happened.
Yeah.
It happened before. However, when we was 5 years old, was there bonchon or Korean, Korean Asian
barbecue?
So hold up.
No, it was there. We just didn't know.
It wasn't.
You said something earlier. You said originality versus individuality.
Right. Yeah.
So individuality being fried chicken was probably there before.
Right.
Individuality would be Korean's fried chicken version.
Yeah, that's
so what I'm saying is these things all manipulated and changed and turned into something completely different.
Because of individuals.
Okay. So are we going to say that Eminem is a rapper that came out with an album a couple weeks ago?
Who?
Eminem.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Travis Scott's a rap. You listen to rap music, right?
Every now and again.
What's your kind of music?
Favorite genre.
Instrumentals. Jazz. No, seriously. The words have been meaningless since I've been in high school.
Then that is the epitome of change.
What?
That's the epitome of change.
What?
What do you mean?
Jazz is instrumental music.
Mm-hmm.
Classical is instrumental music.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sound remotely at all, even if they're using the same instruments.
Right, but I didn't generalize where originality was dead at. I was talking about my field.
Your field isn't dead.
I didn't say my field was dead. I said the
originality in your field is not dead. Just because you can't see the originality. And I'm not saying that to say you're wrong. I'm saying it to say prove yourself wrong.
Wait, what?
I don't get it.
How is anything ever dead? Like everything could be new.
There's no
teaching. We could say that teaching. There's no new ways to teach students, right?
You said
that next thing's there. No one came up with it yet. Like the iPhone.
But that's the same shit.
Right, but that's
because you have to think about it like this. You're saying that is no. Okay, so all right, let's take for instance shoes.
Yeah.
All right, so because there's a lot of those in here. All right. We'll take Air Forces. You like Air Forces, do you?
Not really. But yeah, we can take those.
That's whatever. So, like, all right.
You used to.
I need to figure out.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Everybody's starting to wear so whatever. Right. We can only hope. But Air Forces back in the day aren't the same as how they were now. Like, okay, I want to take these shoes and make them, I don't know, more comfortable, throw something else on them, but it's still the same fucking shoe. The thing about it is right now, I think y'all both saying the same thing. You're saying that there is originality, but I think, in all honesty, it's just uniqueness because, to be honest, some shit is just the same shit. Like, but it came from something
It's
else.
still a shoe. It's just different types of
Everything's
That's what
from what came before it,
but
it's still new stuff.
Let me ask you a question.
It's just modified, clearly. Like, that's it. Like,
people just take two different things and then put them together and then formulate
something. These used to just be fucking shower shoes, but now niggas is like, okay, if I throw the Puma sign on, I can wear these shit in the street. Like,
some socks on.
In real life, niggas was just wearing these shits so I can get athlete's foot in the shower at the gym. That was it.
That's photography.
Yeah.
Right.
But it came.
People weren't making that in the 1960s.
How you know?
How do you know that?
What do you mean?
Because it's a mix of what you can create from off the computer and what you can take in a picture.
Stuff like this was done back then.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had
to do it with film photography. See, Photoshop is not a new concept. Photoshop is taking film photography as they were processing images and putting it in a digital format. That's all it is. That's all Photoshop and Lightroom is.
Were they doing that before the computer?
Yes.
Correct. Yes, but it was done manually.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
I'm not into film photography, but it was done manually.
Like, okay, take for example for this. You saying because it got all these different colors and she moving back and forth.
Yeah.
You're like, how the fuck is that happen?
How could it happen before that?
It's double exposure.
It's called a gel. It's some colored shit they put, a colored piece of paper they put on the front of the fucking light. And if he take the picture be red. If he take another picture, and the picture be blue. And then if he cut a hole in that motherfucker and put some shit around it and take the picture again, he can get the same.
Let me step in here and say, I think I follow what you're saying. All right, so photography. Mm-hmm. The original idea of someone capturing a moment, right? Mm-hmm. And maybe handwriting it on or having some kind of apparatus to, that idea is done. Right. There's no more of that. Now, the individual, how you can say, okay, now I'm going to make a digital artwork or I'm going to make a sculpture.
Yeah.
That's the twist on it. But you're saying that right now there's no original ideas. We've already
You're saying there's nothing new you can do.
We can add a little salt and pepper to it, but
that's not what I said.
That's not what you said.
I said originality is dead. Individuality flourishes. There's always something new you can do to a concept that's already happened.
But
the original thought is gone.
Like nobody can make another
something.
Even if we something else taken for the past 10 minutes, I still find that difficult to believe.
I know it's difficult to digest. It was difficult for me.
So what do y'all think we could evolve this thought? So obviously you're saying
we can't sit on this thought for another 15 minutes.
No, give me another 30 seconds. Do you think like virtual reality will find some new, or is that still the same thing with a different twist on it?
It's still the same thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. I mean, even if you make,
we can say that about anything. I mean, you can say that originality and creation is not real. I mean, it's not new. But if we create robots, doesn't that make it
It's just a modified robot. So basically, if I make the robot in 2018 and you make a robot in 2028, nigga, you got the idea from someone to modify the robot to be something different.
To make it more
so
practical.
What if not? Okay, bam. In 2018, I made a robot and I don't know. This probably make Nick happy. I made a robot, so it made it easy to eat ass.
If you can hold the butt cheeks open.
Yeah, like so. Yeah,
that's very tiring.
Something to help them out.
Yeah, you gotta hold them and the butt cheeks. Like, I need some help, man.
You're like, what if I could make a robot that eat the front and the back at the same time, nothing touching?
Hold the robot eat ass for me?
It do all of it.
No, I still like eating ass. Right. I just want some help.
Yeah.
Just hold it up.
Right. But,
and hold the cheeks open.
Right. Oh, okay. I'm making over that. But like,
so nigga just lay on the ground.
That's what I'm at. Give me a little oil I needed, like my face and shit.
You gonna look at old research, and you might pick up old research for some shit that I did in order to modify what your robot is gonna do.
I found it. Fuck y'all, I found it out. Not you.
All right.
Check this out. You know what they're doing with this neurotechnology, right? Where they're trying to relay your thoughts and back and forth. What if in your mind, right? Yeah. The new form of art would be, we could take an image like an MRI of your brain, and you would make the picture in your mind. Not something you were capturing or trying to recreate from something you see, but something you can, how sometimes you take like dreams and you like, what the fuck was I thinking? What if like you get one of them REM sleep ideas and you were able to capture it and then augment it digital, and project it? Maybe that's the new
that would be new.
Art. That would be I did. Let's wrap it up. All right, next point. Hey, we all got it together. All right. Hey, let's say it today. Hey, quick sponsor alert.
You might want to coin that too because.
Oh no, I read about it. They already talking about doing that. Japan's on everything first. They've been doing that shit. Right. A quick shout out to our sponsors. Hey, Mark, this is when you jump in, babe.
Yeah, sir.
The sponsor, nigga, the motherfucking cut. Look, you got lighter too.
Look. God damn it.
I'm sorry.
I got this, player.
I'm sorry. I ain't got no ass. I'm sorry.
Look. First of all, make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube, Not Safe for Ears, iTunes. You can download that, Spotify, SoundCloud. Make sure y'all email us at notsafeforears@gmail.com. Shout out to the sponsor. With love, .b, B-E-A.
You got lighter?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Light up.
If we got one.
Hand set it.
You got to do it close. You got to bring it.
You got to bring it in.
Like that.
You got to bring it close.
Look.
That's exactly how you do it.
Right there. All right.
That's how you got to do it. That's all right. That's all right.
But hand poured soy wax, fragrance scented. Make sure y'all check it out. Make sure y'all contact.
B-E-A. Mark, tell them what we plan on doing. What are we working on?
Dirty Secrets.
We'll come out with an erotic candle. Maybe a candle shape of a body.
Nipples.
Nipples. Everybody picture nipples. See, you damn. I fuck with you. So we're working on some things, but anyway, this is our first official sponsor.
You should do the candle that's shaped like an ass with the wick.
That'll be dope.
That's exactly what we should do.
We got some prototypes we're working on, and it'll be dope, and we'll let you guys know. But
that looked like that statue on that episode of Mario.
This right here? Mm-hmm. We got to take a little photo of this because people like this eat ass sticker. Good job, Denzel. All right, so what's the name of them again? With love.b.
Y'all should put that shit on the shirt.
We should do
That's
that.
merchandise.
I would love to rock that.
All right, well, there you go.
All right, I'm on it. I'm on it, and you help us shoot it.
Okay.
Bingo.
I know what's in this cup.
Oh, this is the cup of fuckery right here.
So we kind of already did the cover that, but we're gonna do some more.
Yeah, this is when the shit gets real.
All right, we got a rapid fire each.
But let's go.
Yeah, we already had an hour.
We already out.
Hour 5.
Good conversation does.
Yeah.
It does that. It does do that. All right. So, is a married woman allowed to grind on a man on a girl's night out?
That's none of my business.
Ooh. Hey, y'all give a handshake. Y'all brothers. Hey, look at each other's eyes and say, bro.
I like that.
No, because if you're not telling me,
Because
I feel like this. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like this. If it's a girl's night out and your homegirl send me a video, that's not your homegirl.
She did that? That happened?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like
his rule is I can't end up online. That's his rule.
That's a good rule.
Because that means I have to find out about it.
Well,
if you grinding, y'all dancing.
But I don't dance with other people because other men don't smell good.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
And at the club, dude.
Hold up.
Ew.
You know what?
No,
I don't smell
he smells. You are supposed to.
I'm appreciate
Sorry.
I didn't say that.
That's a good one. I like that answer.
I like
Okay, let's get the opposite answer from Nicholas.
Oh, this one?
No, answer to the question.
Yeah. Can a girl yes and no?
Oh, I encourage it.
You encourage him to twerk on. I mean, to get twerk.
First of all, ain't nobody over 6 foot twerking. First of all,
I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you.
Oh, shit.
Catch me like this.
So
we fucked up, bro. We trying to get them jokes
recently
off.
got married, and their bachelor party was like they supposed to play hooky, and it was like for carnival. So he was like, "Why? I don't really want to go." I was encouraging the shit. So then fast forward to I'm on Instagram, and like niggas they out in the mud, and he was like getting it, and this bitch was like she was trying
going
to
all the way in.
And I was like, "Damn, you want to go to that?" He's like, "Hell no, I won't be out to love these 3 ass bitches. I don't know what's going on with that." And I'm like,
smart man.
That's not my thing.
Even if you wanted to, you like I can't.
Nah, but even when I was single, it was like that. It's just
You were like that when you were single?
Yeah, certain.
When we started dating, it was different.
Yeah, but certain areas, I like sharing stuff with her. Like I like doing it.
Swingers.
So what's the next question?
So for me, I don't give a shit. No, I do give a shit.
You do give a shit, yo.
I forgot. No. Listen, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna tell you.
You said on the girls' night.
You gotta tell truth.
No, I'm telling you my truth. My truth. What you saying? Can't end up online or something like that? Yeah. That is one of my things. Don't have me how you looking stupid. Like you got your tongue out. You like and they fucking freeze frame that shit. All right, none of that. And then just don't. If you're gonna do it, don't just have me looking dumb.
Right.
And other than some kind of like.
I used to just twerk by myself.
Right. And always do it with a nigga you know that my husband will be
a good friend
type situation. Yeah.
What was that last part? What? Do what with a what?
Friend.
What the fuck they said?
Don't do that.
I know, you know what, fuck that. I ain't with this shit now. Because there's no way I'm not going to look dumb if you twerking somebody with all that ass you got.
You know what? It's funny.
I'm sorry. You fucking with me.
With me and my wife, because I went to Atlanta for my bachelor party. My wife went to New York for her bachelorette party with her homegirls. And, I told her, I said, yo, enjoy yourself. Like, if you want to, like, I literally told her that. If you want to dance with a dude, I'm not going to sit here and cry about it. Right. Like, that's just my thing. I know where she's coming home to, so on and so forth. Right. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, now, not everybody is going to be as confident in, their relationship or as in themselves, whatever the case may be. But, that's one of the things where I'm like, yo, she's about to be my wife. So I really didn't care. Something. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm gonna hold that to a different kind of stature. Like, I don't give a fuck if you go out here and grind on a dude. Like, I really don't. That's just me.
Yeah.
And
good man.
That's me. They do go a little crazy.
Yeah, they be like, yeah, girl. Like, so we.
As long as you don't pick her up and shit.
I don't like none of that shit.
Rapid fire, what you got, Giselle?
I'm good. He answered my question. He answered it for me.
Yeah, I did get that. Yeah.
So you don't care as long as
you're not.
All right, cool. All right, so what would the benefits of dating a person 1 foot taller than you would be?
Well, I like tall man.
Well, we can tell.
Cause I don't like arguing with a nigga. We the same height, but he's shorter than me.
Borrow that nigga fake. Out of here, nigga. What would be a benefit for dating somebody a foot taller than you?
I guess a woman
6'6".
Ain't nobody fucking
you 6'6", right?
That's like you and Ashley. If she had heels on,
right?
Man.
That's like an entanglement. Like that's a lot. That's a lot of limbs going everywhere.
So
I don't know.
Ain't nobody fucking with y'all.
They would play sports. Your kids would play sports.
Ain't nobody jumping in front of y'all on the line.
I mean, we walk fast in New York.
Ain't nobody jumping in front of us now.
Imagine you was
like a long stride. So we get places faster.
All right, cool. That's a benefit, right?
Meanwhile, I'll be like, you gotta wait for me.
Don't go short legs.
Right, because her legs just be like, yeah.
What you feel, Denzel?
I think taller chicks got more throat space.
Hold on, I gotta put that one. They have a longer esophagus.
I think so. I mean,
they're not giraffes.
But
I'm not necessarily calling them giraffes. I'm just saying, in experience,
proportionate of their body.
In experience, yeah, I think
they can take more dick.
They got a lot of throat space.
Mm-hmm.
More throat space.
They have a longer neck.
They have a longer pussy too.
I don't think they got. I don't think they got a longer.
You said they can take more dick. I was like, huh?
Nah, I don't think
Can
so.
you think they got more pussy space?
I think so.
Nah, fat bitches take better dick. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but no.
You might. I don't know.
Then who? We talking about height right here. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Even the taller you get.
It has to be longer, right? The canal.
I think the canal would be longer on the taller chick. If a girl was 12 feet tall, she would have.
I think the vaginal canal is going to take 6 feet.
It's a fucking pound.
6 feet.
Damn, look how pussy you fucking with. He said take 6 feet, boy.
6 inches.
That's a lot of.
I don't know, yo. I think if a girl was 5 feet tall, her vaginal canal would have to be shorter than a girl that's 6'5". Like Lisa Leslie's got to be able to take more.
It's the same skeleton. It's
Right.
just if you get.
No, it's a longer skeleton.
Hey, Shaq's skeleton ain't my skeleton.
It's a longer skeleton.
Shaq femur bone a little bit bigger than my femur.
Yeah.
It got to be a little bit bigger.
Well, what about you? Because in high school, all the tall bitches.
So for me, this is the part for me. It was bragging rights for me. So if I was always a short guy, for me it was like, yo, Lil Nick book shorty, Lil Nick not shorty down. In public, it's nothing like it's not like, oh yeah, she's taller than me. It's like and she gets the top cup. Like for me, that was never a thing.
Can you get that?
If anything, it was thicker. I like them way thicker than me.
Yo, none of that shit was
yeah, the height thing, I think that's more for women. That's a question for women.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
feeling
why is that
protected.
more for a question
Well,
for
I'm going
women?
to give it to you.
Yeah.
Women like to feel protected.
Yeah.
And some of the stereotype goes with a woman with a man that's smaller than her in stature is that who the fuck is protecting this bitch?
But I don't know.
You got a big old dude, 6'5", 200 so pounds,
Short niggas.
versus a 5'6" dude. I'm not saying.
Short niggas is quick though.
Well, I can fight my ass off. I fucked up a lot of dudes way bigger than me in sparring. What I'm saying is that the stereotype is if you see a silhouette and you had two people to go and start a fight with, and it was this man with his wife or that man.
Oh, yeah.
Most people ain't gonna pick the dude that's 6'5", 250. They're not gonna do it. Right. So maybe that's a perk for women.
I did.
I think you'd be more worried.
I always wanted to know. I always wanted to say, let me go get my husband.
You did.
Look at my side. What's up, nigga?
Yeah, but wouldn't you be more worried?
I always wanted him to be like,
What you saying, Denzel?
Rise up.
up under this motherfucking. That's your husband. All right, do it.
I'm good.
I think dudes wouldn't want to fight him, right?
No,
So they would fight dirty, you know. And you don't, and that's more scarier than if it was like me or Marvin or Nick, and people are like, all right, I'll fight them one-on-one.
Nah,
But with him, they're gonna be like, nah, I'm gonna shoot this.
No,
nigga.
well, they might not even fight. No, most niggas is pussy. They're not gonna fight. They're just gonna walk away.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
he mostly just sick on me.
I think it'd just be easier to eat the pussy if I dated a woman that's a foot taller than me. I can just sit down.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Sex.
I wouldn't have that
either. Well, no, that's difficult, yo.
Shut up.
Doggy style's a little weird when your hip bones don't quite align.
That's when.
You gotta spread their legs way long.
That's when you
That's
put
when
the
you
one
just
leg
hang
up
off
and
of
you
it.
put
Well,
that
you a lot
motherfucker
shorter, so
on
you
the
can just
table
stand
or
up straight from the
Fuck
tall
no.
girl.
I know.
I have done that.
He's like,
Listen, that's my technique. Is either that one, so off the edge of the bed got to be a nice little height off the ground, or you like boom. So their legs, when they like that, you got to spread their legs way wider, and then your legs stay straight.
Or hold on, how tall are you?
6'5".
6'5". So maybe you don't know about this position, right? It's when you are standing up straight and you just get into like a little like, you know what I mean, like a crouch position, like a frog. Yeah.
Oh, no, I learned. I did that.
Oh, you good with that? Okay.
Okay.
No, we do that. I mean, I'm short, but it's.
All right,
Yeah,
okay.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I seen them do it on the porno. I said,
Who don't know the pornos?
And then on top of that, I do squats, so I can hold my weight down. So
Yeah,
down in there.
You
Like,
got front shoulder joint.
right.
What we got next, Mo?
Next question. Podcast superlatives. Okay.
God.
Most likely to include their balls in a dick pic. Most likely to order a sloppy Joe on the first date.
Oh.
Most likely to dress up as a big baby for Halloween. Most likely to do push-ups before sex. Most likely to be put in the gay friend zone. But I heard that bitch.
It's a compliment too, though.
Put in the gay friend zone by someone they think they are dating.
Oh, let's go one by one because I'm forgetting all of them.
All
So
right,
the first one,
Most likely
balls in the dick pic.
All right.
balls in the dick pic.
Who wrote this first, by the way?
Me.
Denzel. Okay.
Of course he did.
What? You mean out of y'all, out of everybody?
He said who wrote it. Who wrote these?
Oh, who wrote these?
Yeah.
So out of us four men, we should probably make her do it. This is be fun with this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
And this question, because I don't want to talk about y'all.
Well, she gets one of them.
What?
She can get
You
one.
have to get one of these superlatives.
Yeah, I'm talking about the first one. The first one, the balls and dick. Out of us four. And don't be gay like my husband. No, listen. You don't even know this nigga.
I think it's him.
Out of us four, who gonna have they dick? And then this is some weird shit to add. You mind if he asks this to you?
I don't give a fuck.
You alright, cool.
That's
Who
weird as shit.
will hold their
Who
balls in
will hold
the
their
dick
balls
hole?
in their dick?
He's worse, so that's fine.
He's worse. That's fine.
So, I mean, if you want to give it to
I
me,
know, I think.
I know who would do it.
I know who would do
It's
it.
right here. It's right
He would do it.
He would. He be all. All right, let me chill on this. About to get weird.
I want to answer. I'll answer this because it's funny. Because honestly, I think my man's over here. Like,
I think it's you.
Look, he'll fold it from behind too. He'll fold it from behind. He look at the camera like,
on the camera from behind with a big ball and shit.
See that lady swinging, bitch.
No, because Nick look like the type that, you know how niggas take. So I always say niggas take horrible dick pics. So if I want like a dick pic, I need some shit that'll be like.
Creative.
Yeah.
Niggas
just stand in the mirror, but ass naked.
I can't see the girth. I can't see the limp.
Yeah, that's like one of those niggas that'll just take a picture.
Yeah, that's me.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why you wrong. I'm sure.
Nigga, you got steps too. I know you do.
When I'm having in the phone, I gotta crop that shit out. Now, what I do, I use lighting. Remember, lighting's a big thing. And you gotta catch that right here. I ain't gonna show it. You gotta wake it up too, because I'm a grower, not a shower. We talked about that in the past. You gotta wake that motherfucker up. And when it's good strong, you get the good lighting. Put a little, what's that little vignette shit on it?
Oh,
so just focus on that.
Do you lotion before you send it?
No, but we ain't talking about lotion my dick. Gay. This nigga good. No. We talk about everything else, but
I'm not 2 for 2. He said he wants the correct lighting. So if he wants the correct
lighting, I'm talking
about
my dick.
Maybe
you didn't ask me. So do you lotion your dick?
Let me see.
Do you lotion it?
No, I think you're the one that does push-ups for sex.
All right, so good. We got that one. It's probably between Ty and Marvin. You old ball holding dick niggas.
Okay. Most likely to order sloppy Joe on the first date.
Marvin.
Virginia.
My nigga, come on. Y'all married. Let's keep it real. Fuck you. All right, so he better not nominate me. He better not nominate me. He can get some water. Keep going. He can get some water.
All right, so 3. Most likely to dress up as a big baby for Halloween.
Nick.
I like that. I thought it was a great idea.
I think Nick would do it. Nick walk around his neck with a kung fu.
I thought it was a great idea.
MMA gloves on the shit.
Nick is a nasty motherfucker.
I would do
a sumo diaper.
That sounds good.
Nick have a binky and all kinds of
all that shit.
Damn.
Nick a weird motherfucker.
Would you do that?
Fuck yeah, I would do it. I would have. I would do it.
I know, sorry. That's delicious though.
Fucking your
Hey,
woman.
Right.
That shit was true.
But it was really bow
Okay, gotcha.
That's marriage like shit.
That's how it goes.
That's what you ordered yesterday. Oh, you know.
They feed you?
Damn.
I took that on my appointment and everything. I was like, this is delicious.
So you sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
Y'all hold your balls together. Did they say they balls?
Together?
Wait, they show their balls?
Not together.
Yeah. I thought y'all hold each other's balls in the camera.
No.
Oh, that's not
Not one bit of that.
Terry, y'all like everybody fighting. Come on, man.
Hold each other balls? Like, no,
Come on, man. Come on.
No.
All right, what's the fourth one?
Sloppy Joe was you.
Most likely to do push-ups before sex.
Everybody on motherfucking 1. We need to go to 3. On 1. Marvin.
Have you done that?
Nick and
I think it's you. I really think it's you though.
All right, say why. Say why. All right, so
because
you too.
You got hype yourself up.
Like, you don't eat his ass. I need to get my arms right so I can spread them cheeks. Like, that's
a good ass point.
All right, what about down and shit?
All right, what about from all?
Nick is so obsessed with his arms now.
That's all I got.
in your chest. And your chest. Those are the 2 things.
Top titty.
Because for 2 months you was obsessed with your back. I pay attention. For 2 months you was obsessed with your back.
Now it's the chest and arms.
You barely say anything about your legs. You don't say.
No, I've been doing legs.
I'm
doing 315 now.
He's supposed to picture every day about legs.
You doing how much?
315
on the leg press?
On the squat rack, no assistance.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't know.
And I'm 174 pounds.
Nigga, you better step
I think,
up.
yeah. When we doing 620 on the leg press.
What is that, nigga?
No, leg press.
But that's different.
Squat rack. Let's do me a favor. Put that 600 on that squat rack and then call me when you in heaven. You like this. You like your feet on LA finish. Just like,
yeah, the heart. I think
that's a big difference. Squat rack and leg press.
Yeah,
I mean, that's still I do 220 on the squat.
That's solid.
That's
another thing too is ass to grass or at least 90. So when I first started, everything was like, I'm just getting to the point where I'm at 90, so I'm about right there on my legs, and ass to grass is when you come down. Yeah. So it don't really count till you hit 90. Yeah. So when you start seeing motherfuckers, they put all that weight on, they go like this, they don't count.
No, I mean, I gotta go at least 90 almost. Yeah. Or damn near close to it.
And also, I'm 170. I'm 170.
Right.
215 pounds.
Right. I gotta go down a lot further.
175.
Her, she's just like, sit in it. I'm like, damn.
That's what my trainer told me. He said I look like taking shit. And I'd be like,
so what about Marvin? Hold on, fuck that. Why would Marvin do it? Because we know.
I don't got Marvin doing it. I got Marvin being in the mirror. I got Marvin being in the mirror before sex. Probably just like looking at himself.
All right, Marvin,
just like
real.
talking
Marvin,
to
you want
himself.
to do a couple push-ups to feel good? If you my Miami girl about to come, I would. Now fuck that, y'all bugging. I would.
No, it's you. Push-ups.
I would.
Tyrone does it.
What's wrong with it though? Like you want to lick your bass?
Watch this shit. I'd be like, what are you doing?
You do squat.
He's stretching.
You about to tear that ass up? That's what he doing.
You do plyometrics.
You look at the time.
Standing up real quick. Look at my heart rate.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm about to wear your ass out.
Talking here like, just come on.
That happened one time. I was doing squats, and she was just like,
I got a feeling before y'all have sex, you push him on the bed. We ain't got to talk about that. Next question.
That's funny.
Take this pussy.
That's how they started.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I think he's like it too. I think
He
he's
like,
yes.
if I walk in the house and she just straight throw me on the bed, he like, I ain't gonna say no.
Hey, I like that shit too. Like, you know what's up. All right, next question.
So most likely to be put in the gay friend zone by someone they think they are dating.
Tyrone.
yep. I got put in
Too
the gay
much for a
friend
gentleman.
zone.
Too nice.
I got put in the gay friend zone when I was in high school. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
You were always a nice guy.
Yeah.
Right. You were never like, yo, we bitches at.
Yeah.
Right. So I can see
always
that.
thought, before we like
Respectable guy.
I thought he was
But to be fair, the guys who had girlfriends and thought I was a gay friend would be sadly mistaken.
Oh, no. All the girls
No,
are, you're dirty.
down because she said she wanted the D, so I'm sorry, bro.
Right.
Yeah, my friend. I thought he was gay at first.
Right.
I had asked because he hung around a lot of gay dudes. So I was just like, hey.
That come with the photography shit.
Yeah, I was like, is he gay? They're like, no, we wish. I was like,
You want to know what's funny?
Damn.
My reasoning,
Somebody wanted
I'm very comfortable with my sexuality.
Right.
And I told her before, I couldn't be gay because I don't like the smell of my own ball sweat. So it's no fucking way that I like sex. So it's no way like that even works. Right. And it's not saying that all gay men have ball sweat, but as men we have ball sweat.
Yeah.
They're men. We're men. We're all men. We have ball sweat. That's not my thing. However, being in my personal experience, majority of my gay friends are more real than my straight friends.
I believe it.
So they shot me. No pun intended. They shot me straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what I'm saying, my straight friends were just more like, I don't know, it was weird. Like
I agree with you there.
Yeah, there's no explanation with that.
That's why I keep Nick around.
Next question. Next question. I'm gonna let him go get that off. I ain't have a good comeback. I'm like, fuck.
All right, so I guess because I had looked at two of these questions, I kind of don't like them for rapid fire anyway. Are there benefits to being friend zoned? Since we just kind of spun off that, do you think there is a benefit? To
yes. I'm married now.
Ooh, that might be the end
Y'all
all.
in friend zone before at first.
What do you mean?
That nigga, he
the whole
for 90 days.
No.
We was friends first.
Oh, y'all were?
I didn't like him like that at all. So for like the first 90 days, we was just friends. And then when he finally was like, yo, I like you.
Yeah.
He never really said, I like you. He just was like, I think you're attractive. I was like, cool, I'm not really interested in you. Like,
So y'all built like the good foundation.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, well, I guess we can see where it goes. But no, I friend zoned this shit out of him. I apologize after we like started dating. I was like, yeah, I friend.
Hold up, but I thought he friend zoned
You know
you
what
too,
a good
though.
thing about
I didn't
being
friend
in
zone
friend
her.
zone.
I just didn't have sex with her. That's not.
You know
Oh,
what's
that's
probably
friend zone
really
to
good
me.
about getting
If I don't
friend
need
zone
to dick, you
first?
my friend.
Right.
No, that was his. That
You
was
know,
his. That was his
Your
emotional
sexual chemistry's got to be better
from
the
the
first
net.
time you have sex. If you are like friends like that first,
But what if you do all of that and it's whack?
it'd probably be.
It was whack.
Yeah, well, then at least
Let's
you
just put that
know.
on the table because I don't want to be beating around the bush.
Okay.
I was whack the first time.
Yo,
I was
first of all,
really whack.
stop
After the
real
friend
quick.
zone?
Real quick. We got to come on with an award when our guests, because they're not all that keep it real. We got some guests that come on here, they kind of keep it real.
Yeah, they keep it all.
They keep it,
yeah,
we got to
I
come
like
with a
that, yeah.
t-shirt or a fucking, because
When
y'all keeping it real,
When
really
I
appreciate that.
the first time me and her had sex, it was like, and that was it. Like it was whack.
Can I ask
Like-
one more question? Can I
Because
ask
you
one
was
more question?
thinking, you probably was thinking too much. You was thinking about it.
Right.
It was that one?
Right.
Real quick, listen, y'all say yes or no. Was it raw dizzy?
No, the first time I had a
Say
condom.
bad.
That was the first and only time we used a condom.
No.
Oh.
We did
twice
Yeah.
with a condom.
And it was hard. It was tough then too.
Right. The third
That
time,
condom should take
she
the
gave me that
force off.
third time the charm.
Yeah.
I told her, she said, listen. She came out and told me that, listen, I don't know what the fuck going on here, but
I
the
like
last
your
two times
honesty,
was
yo.
horrible. I was like, all right. I said, I'm going to fix it. And then we was 3 hours into
How refreshing is this?
And see, and we was 3 hours into
Have you ever seen a show where someone's just like a couple and they that real?
She was like, "No, you
got. Why you feel tricked?
Because I was like, I like him now, so I
gotta give him the third shot.
I've pulled that before.
We fucked and it was horrible, but I was like, damn, I like him. So if I leave, I'm shitty. But I'm like, damn, I want to know where it's gonna go. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just tell him and see what happens, because it could backfire.
You communicate. You on.
What's the montage of your second to third time look like? Like a
rock. He was doing push-ups in the mirror.
Nah, the third time. I don't know what it was.
I do.
Okay.
It was my birthday.
You got slizzy first on this one.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
No?
Not too. But it was my birthday, and he was like, man, what do you want for your birthday? Like some dick, like some real dick. Like, I've been going through a lot, and because I was, a lot of shit, and I was like, I just need, like, some
top notch
shit. Like, I need to go to bed after this. And he was like, all right. And I was like,
was that the Voyer time?
What?
Voyer?
That time when, because we had a little
Jason Voyer?
No, that's Voorhees. We had a little club behind our house, right?
Somebody's watching y'all?
So we was smashing, and then I opened the fucking patio door and bent over the fucking patio.
You like dangerous, you
and was
nasty
just like,
thing, you.
And was just hitting it, and I heard, "Go ahead, young blood."
Yes.
I was like, "Nigga."
Yeah, that's what it is.
So
they just like public ever since.
They just like this. Go ahead, young blood.
All right.
Go ahead, you all right. Go ahead.
You there yet, yo?
Nah, it's exhilarating. It is.
To get that like spontaneous, like dangerous moments.
Right.
That shit makes it a lot more exhilarating.
Right. But no, it was whack the first time on my behalf. So, but I made up for it.
But then he didn't.
Look, that nigga said, I made up for it.
That's a lot.
He did a little head nod like
it's hard. It's hard to make the first time the best.
He just kind of left me there, like, you know how you had to pull the other day about the rag.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get ragged. He was like,
This is why. And guess what? You're not the only one. I've been whacked plenty of time my first time, but I discovered something, gentlemen.
Yeah, you've been whacked.
Plenty of. Oh my God. Especially with the condom, because you can't really. Them condoms back in the day, they was goddamn trash bag.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know my secret?
Eating pussy.
Right. Thank you.
Saved my life because you knew if you could at least eat pussy medium level, you can get their nut off. And then I can have my nut free of guilt because I know you got a type of nut. So it's not like a dick nut, but you got a nut.
Let me tell you on that one. What you do is you do eat the box, let it come 3-4 times, and then you jump in it. Yeah. No matter how quick you nut.
And I got better with my dick.
And then once you realize that you made a nut, and that's off the table, then you
the pressure's gone. You perform, right? Yeah. Now I can enjoy it.
Look, no, it's not.
It's
for us, it is.
It don't work no more. But
no, you can't do that. No, what you do is before you get ready.
Oh, Tyson, you might be on to something. You're saying that we don't get a pass because we let you come first?
No.
You don't get a pass, but your pressure and the internal pressure.
Like the first,
no.
Because I don't get a pass when I suck a dick after you didn't got me out here like this. No, you want me to wake up from my zone.
No, but see, we can nut up. See, when y'all notoriously harder to bring to orgasm.
Right.
No, but see, women are harder to bring.
You ain't not
even
my Raiders.
Eating the pussy is the trick, I'm saying. But I'm off the straight stick. All women don't come or reach orgasm off a dick or penetration, right?
No.
Not all women.
No.
That's what I read.
No, that's
people
true.
smarter than us, but it's not every pussy involved. So what I'm saying is that I get that one first because I don't know if I'm rolling the dice, right? And you the new chick I'm banging. I don't know what. Hey, so what you come off a dick or lip first? I ain't gonna do all that. But I know most women are gonna come off getting their pussy ate.
You know, that's true.
So I'll bust that one out first, and hope for the best happens.
So yeah, but that doesn't. But just because you have a good mouth game doesn't mean that you get to slack off in the dick game.
No, you don't.
That's not what
I'm not saying.
I think what we were saying is
they just saying the pressures of
in your internal pressure, not external pressure. Right. She still want it, but inside you like.
It helps me loosen up. Now I can put more back. At first I'm like, oh, what speed do you like it? Is it this angle? You looking and shit?
Nah, yo.
You eating the pussy? You doing whatever you're doing? They come. You can feel it. You can taste it. All right, now let me relax. It's like I'm cool now. That's for me though.
It's like when you going on a date. It's like
a pussy eating date.
No.
Okay.
Well, okay.
I mean, that's what you do.
But yeah, it's like going on a date. It's like, all right, dinner is cool, but
don't you go to dick?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna say dinner is cool, but I want some dick.
Yeah, fuck all that. I'm getting food. It was nice. I want some dick. No, but Like, you know, you go on a date, you get conversation, that's cool, the food is nice, drinks is good, and okay, so we'll constitute pussy as the drinks. The liquor and the drinks is good. It's like, all right, if the food wasn't as good, but you know, I'm drunk, then it's cool, but
you want both. You want good food and good and a good
I
drink.
want good food, I want good drinks, and then
I might eat ass.
No. Oh, that's for you, maybe.
That's advertising.
Yeah.
No, that's part of dessert.
Yeah.
No, it's advertising.
The dick is dessert.
Eating ass.
Where do you eat ass at? What is it? Anyway, next question.
The dick is dessert sometimes.
Not for me.
High five.
You ever seen that cat woman?
Well, I know what she's talking about. I know what she's talking about. Sure.
What were you saying about Cat Williams?
So you ever seen the Cat Williams skit where he be like, "Oh, you brought dick too." That's the truth. It's like, "Oh, the head is good. Oh, you brought dick too." Yeah, like.
Now I did do a poll, and I remember by the poll, women prefer like 60-40 oral stimulation. So I think it's subjective. Some people do like the dick more than the oral. Some like the oral more, or some like that, you know, cheeseburger with fries.
Yeah.
I have a one-hour question for y'all.
Yes.
Who taught each one of y'all to eat pussy?
A girl taught me.
Oh, that's a good question.
When I really learned was I was on a little weekend getaway with a girl that I wound up hating. Mm-hmm. She hated me too, so it was even. But on that weekend, she was like, "You're not doing it right."
Right.
And then she taught me right there, and I was like, "Oh shit, tell me." And she taught me. I was like, "Fuck, this is what I'm supposed to do."
Right.
What were you doing before?
Just licking shit.
Right.
Like all of us, like,
I ain't know what I was licking. I ain't know what I was doing with my fingers. None of that shit. She taught me showed me everything right there. And you know what I mean? Then you just go and list that shit on everybody else after that.
Right.
Like, oh, I know what I'm doing now.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, I think it was probably one of my beginning relationships, just doing it over trial by fire. I don't think she taught me. I can't really remember, but I think it was more like, I don't think she's coming.
Right.
And then I think the first time I remembered, it was like, oh, what did I do? Like the finger or like the... And then pornos. Let's keep it real. Yeah, it's not all but
porn isn't based on teaching you how to eat pussy. Maybe how to fuck chicks and do that.
I'm trying to think. I think the first time I saw a finger in a pussy was probably through a porn.
Yeah, but you didn't know what he was doing with it.
No, but I knew it was something working. This bitch is
I mean, but you wasn't studying his tongue. Like, is he looking with the...
I think the finger insertion definitely came from porn. Like, okay, you could put... Why they?
We're not talking about the finger insertion. We're talking about your.
You talking about the finger insertion too?
I'm talking about for me.
That's a part of eating pussy.
I mean, yeah, it's a part of eating pussy, but
he don't eat
maybe
pussy. He
don't use his fingers and shit.
I will, but
he do it one at a time.
I will, but I don't.
I will, but I don't have to. Is what I'm saying. Is my tongue gets the job done regardless whether I use fingers or not.
So you saying you about half as good as everybody else that does use the fingers as well?
I'm not half as good. I guarantee.
Oh, y'all talking about use fingers at the same time.
He don't use fingers.
Let's ask a lady.
My mom was like,
"Where do you eat from?"
Nigga hit me down there, and I'll be like moving it like.
Marvin, get on the train. Marvin tongue got ass. That's what it is. Marvin tongue strong as shit, so he don't need no fingers.
He don't have to do it, but he was the first one who introduced that. So when it happened, I was like, "Oh shit!"
He did?
Yeah.
My nigga, yo. that thing goes forever. Ever.
The first time I learned, I was 19. She was 24. Mm-hmm. And I was doing it, and she was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, that's exactly
her response. What are you doing?
Recreate how you doing it.
I don't remember.
Come on.
No, I don't. I know how to do it now.
You like this?
I don't know. I think I was doing the alphabet. I think that's how I was doing. So she was like, "What are you doing?" She said, "All right, stop." And she said, she pushed my face. She was like, "Stop." Now watch this. She opened up her pussy,
showed it up,
and then she was like, "Lick this." I said, "Okay." She said, "Now suck on."
Y'all ain't the same girl,
right?
Same girl.
Probably,
yeah.
But and then she laid back. She said, "Now keep doing that," and then it went to that. Like, but obviously, I thought I was doing it right prior to that, and I know I do it right now. So it is.
Yeah, your beard looking healthy.
Right, it's scraggly. It's been.
That's how you know you're doing it right. We done with that question.
It was the same for me, except she didn't say anything. She kind of like grabbed my head. It was kind of
the old guy
moved it around a little bit until I found the right spot, and then she was like right there.
Yeah.
And then I moved a little bit. She was like, no, go right back to where you was. And then it was kind of like, oh, okay, I'm in the right spot.
When did you start using fingers?
You said, when did I start using fingers? I mean,
today?
Just randomly. You know.
You gotta go home and try it out.
There you go.
No, he gonna come back next Sunday like, guys, everything is A-okay.
And then
it is great.
Like I said, I never used fingers before.
I fuck with you.
So then it goes back to something that you said. You said that you don't know exactly what girls like from jump. I feel like males and females, they should communicate what they like. Because I feel like it would make for a better sexual experience.
What y'all did was classic.
Like hedonistic stuff is one thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You meet at the club, y'all drunk, y'all fucking hitting. Yeah. Like that's one thing. But like somebody like you fucking with casually, I think it's that conversation, that open dialogue should happen and say, hey, you know.
Especially once you're married. And we're all married here. Or soon to be married.
Same.
I'm not married yet. I'm not married. So, but no, if you want a nice long relationship,
she don't tell me that.
My wife and I, we talk often, like about save some of the details. We talk about damn near everything on the show, but like, yo, let's try something, let's do something. And you're right, you had, and what you guys did, especially that early in a relationship, where you try to be so polite and not be offensive and not possibly lose that. To someone say, hey man, this shit was kind of trash, and I like you, so let's try to work this out. Versus let me cheat on you, let me talk behind your back, that's cool. I like that.
Every time somebody say that to me, I look at them and say, hey, you ever driven a Ferrari before? No. So do you know how to do it? No. So if you got the car right now in the Ferrari, could you drive it like your Honda Accord? No. I said, that's the point. Ask. Read the directions. That's it. It's not that difficult.
Boy, like he would say, just put your pedal on the floor and drive it.
Right. It's more than one way to skin a cat, yo.
You don't need no rules. All right,
What's
question we got?
So,
how long we got left, y'all?
How much time?
Let's do one or two.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
But we got.
So which of the?
We got.
This is a funny one.
Good times.
The troll strikes again. I'm just letting y'all know. All right. So which of these over the age of 30 bombshells has the best legs? 1, Beyonce. 2, J-Lo. 3, Sofia Vergara. I can't never
Sofia
say
Vergara.
Yeah. Or Nick Austin.
You gotta say Nick. No.
This motherfucker tagged me like you about to get Bobby, like y'all about to get his ass.
No.
Hey yo.
You gotta show them the picture, yo.
I'm not sure.
No, show the picture, yo.
They seen the photo.
You think J-Lo got the best legs?
Of course, J-Lo got the fucking best leg.
Pull the picture up so we can show it. So I can show you.
Come on.
He's trolling.
No, I don't have. Listen. First of all, now you saying I got some thick, juicy ass legs, man. Come on. Hey, listen. I think who the other chick?
I had no idea we were going to talk about
this
shit.
3 for 3. Boy, I'm sitting on that side next week.
I swear. I was like, no idea we were going to talk about this much gay shit today.
No, you the only one.
Oh, you don't want to show the picture now? You don't want to show the picture?
You're the only one over there talking about, yeah, because you know, thick ass legs. Sir.
He don't want to pull that picture he posted yesterday. That's the thing.
I'm working on myself. I had pencils before. I got a little drumstick now.
Right.
By next year, I'm gonna have some goddamn tree trunks. Right. Man, my dick looks small, but it's all good.
Okay.
I think Jada looks amazing. I think Jada.
We don't really have. This is not an answering question.
Oh, you just do it.
You know, he was just.
I can't wait to get your ass.
All right. So next one. Would you take your wife? Would you take your significant other to a taboo party? Sexual.
Swingers party.
Who wrote that?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think
this in there.
I think it'd be interesting to watch other people fuck.
Former, but he's a hoe.
My husband's a hoe. He's like, I am, honey. First of all, my husband's a hoe. Stop.
I was, but you were too.
So was she a trick? Hoe. She not a hoe. She a trick?
No, she a hoe.
She was a hoe.
She had niggas hanging from a thread.
No.
She got niggas that still mad.
No.
Are you watching this? You're too late.
Like, so you can turn a hoe into a husband or a housewife.
I think so.
When two hoes get together.
When two hoes combine.
Realistically,
well,
we weren't hoes. We both had fucked up. No,
yo, escorts.
He was probably hoe, but I was still trying to like. No, I was fucking recycle penis, so I don't constitute that.
That's not a hoe. But
yeah, I was like, it was familiar and it was fine. Like it was no strings, and I would come over his house and we'd eat and we'd like talk about what we was doing with whoever else, and then I go home.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Until he was like, "Oh yeah, that's my girlfriend." I was like, "Huh?"
Then he was like, "Damn, I gotta get rid of these niggas."
I'm still fucking. Like you didn't tell me.
So what's the difference between a couple who's will do that and the ones that wouldn't do it? Like, is it a mental thing? What is it?
No, it's just preference. Like, people don't like to share. He brought up when we was dating that he wanted to do a threesome, but when they got down to doing it, he's like, I'm good.
I read this story about this guy, And he was like, yeah, he wanted to do a threesome so bad.
Yeah.
And they wound up doing like some swinger shit. So he literally watched his
wife get fucked. I heard about that.
He cried.
Yeah, I heard about
people that done that.
And she got fucked by a couple dudes, didn't she?
Right.
Yeah,
and it was like long dick. And I said,
and he couldn't stop it. Like,
I was like,
time,
right. And then the other wife is trying to fuck him. He's like, it's just limp.
Making noises he's never heard.
Right. So personally, I just don't want it. I don't want it in my life.
And then I brought up like, all right, well, what about me, us, and another girl? But no, because he think I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna move out and live with her.
What's up with that?
That sounds like
That's how I feel. I feel like when you introduce, it's almost like if you introduce somebody to a drug, right? They might not become a crackhead, but maybe they never would have even gone down that road if you didn't introduce it to them. Yeah. How do you, from a woman's perspective, is that type of mentality? Now listen, try to take yourself out of the situation. Is it completely ridiculous? Is it some merit in it that some women are maybe introduced and then now they follow that road, or is it like no, you were born a certain way, you're never gonna like?
Do you think that
I watch all kinds of shows and it happens every time? Some of it, it's like it got to be based off some shit, like some real shit that happened. But no, I believe it. Like he said it. I read an article about a bitch who like didn't even look at bitches like that, but her man wanted a fucking threesome. And he gave it to her, and after the
turned out,
that was it. Now they dating, nigga.
Right.
I got a homeboy. It's home for me. I got a homeboy. The girl left her husband, family, and all that movie and shit. So but that's not all the cases.
Yeah, but I was about to say we talking about only like the negative cases.
Yeah,
right. I mean, there are positive cases, but if she wants 2 dicks, I'm getting a dildo, and I just stick with what she wants.
I've seen where like that the threesome shit is happening, and now you got 2 girlfriends. So like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
it's that's too much. That's good. That's good.
But it's not. But the funny part is not just about her.
You got paper.
I know.
It's not just about her. For me, I don't even want to introduce that thought that it's okay. Like I'm secure in myself.
Yeah.
But I just don't even want to certain things. I just
makes
don't
it messy.
Yeah, it just makes and then I got to deal with it.
It's another person.
You think
he entertained it, and then she was like, "Oh, I want to date y'all." I was like, "What?" No.
See, that's what I'm saying. You got to understand.
It's monogamy,
they could be crazy.
Right.
Like, no, I want to come. I want your girl. You like, no. We made. I understand what you made, but I want to suck a pussy.
Is monogamy natural?
Monogamy?
Yeah.
Depends.
Is it natural?
Depends on where you at.
It can be. I guess that would just depend on the person.
It's a desire. Monogamy is a desire. It's not necessarily a
social
law.
construct.
It's a
I think
desire.
it's like an institution.
Like I personally want one person. Yeah. Whereas though there are people out here that want multiple people. But I feel like if you're not gonna be monogamous, be honest. And if you're gonna be honest, also be able to sustain these people. Like you can't just have multiple people and then you can't afford multiple people. Yeah. Like you might as well just be a baby father.
True. Most shit is
to me, it's like
most shit is taught.
Laws, right, are created because human nature wants to do shit that maybe we shouldn't do, right?
Against
so like,
nature, yeah.
it's human nature to kill people if they do some shit you don't like road rage, and you want to get out the car and just kill people. But you can't do that. More people would do that if there weren't laws against it, right? So monogamy is like a law against just being a hoe that keeps you from doing shit that you naturally would do. Like I feel like monogamy is not. I think it's like going to your higher self. Like what your better self should be monogamous.
Could you raise a family and be out there, for lack of the scientific term?
Like you can.
No, I'm asking the question. I'm not judging.
Yeah, people.
Because I think maybe
70s and all that kind of stuff. You think about the time lapse and what society deems as norm and everything like that.
Changes.
It changes on a constant basis. So you can go from 90s to everything being a monogamous to
Do we have any personal examples?
2018
right now.
Probably.
And I'm not going to speak on personal.
Yeah.
What's the first and last name?
No.
Their social ends with 6.
Let's start with
I'm going to say I got a friend. I have a friend right now. Her grandfather is not married at all. And he literally, all of her aunts about different women. Mm-hmm. All of them. Mm-hmm. He raised them all. He never stayed with one.
You're Rolling Stone.
I was going to say.
Nah. And they literally that was it. Then I got a matter of fact, he got a homeboy. He always tell the same story about how his grandfather dipped off on his grandmother and shit while they was married. And he had a whole nother brother. But now they cool. That used to be the shit. In the 70s and the 80s, niggas just don't.
Niggas had a whole separate family.
Right. My grandma still got my grandfather's last name, and they ain't been fucking married years. He got a whole wife and a whole other kids and all kind of shit. Mm. And they just be like, all right, well, I ain't with y'all no more, but I'm not changing my name back, so.
Right.
Yeah. Mm. I guess it was just like, all right, well, fuck him, but.
I seen a podcast, and I think it was the Grapevine, and they said monogamy is for broke niggas. Monogamy was built.
You gotta have some way to always fucking chicks.
Oh, shit. So, but when she broke it down, it made sense. It was like, sense, yeah. These rich niggas, they got multiple females. That main chick, she stayed in, she said.
Yeah. She ain't worried about it.
Yeah.
So
she like, as long as I don't look stupid in the street.
Right. And even when she looks stupid in the street, she let it pass 3 times before she go and take that nigga money.
That's true.
Right. But broke niggas when they cheat.
But some shit is
you in trouble then, yeah.
For real. Because you gotta think about it. That's the Italian man stigma. Like, you know, I have a wife and family, and so when I'm here, I'm with them.
Right. Don't call my house.
But you also gotta look at it from the other perspective too.
They got a girlfriend, she got an apartment, car, he paid for all that, and none of them bitches meet. Like,
right.
That's good for
But with that, just before you say something, with that brings me back to the point that I made. Be able to sustain your gallon.
At the end of the day,
and still sustain your family.
But what are these women doing in that situation too?
I was about to say, because it's one-sided. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, from one perspective, it's like, how long am I going to be a side piece?
Some women like that. Not all. Yeah, some women, they prefer it.
Yeah, but at the same token, it's like, and me as a wife, how long am I going to just give my man away? Like, basically. Right. It's like, how long am I going to be like, okay, well, he paying this bitch rent, and well, he paying our rent too, but so.
I feel like she'd be like, just move the bitch in. That way we
That's why they made child support.
And then just pay my rent.
Right. And alimony and all kinds of money, so I get the money.
So, to answer the question, I guess originally, who would take their significant other to a swingers club? We can do it yes no. We broke that down.
We both, by the way. Yeah, we both would.
Y'all down with it? What about you guys?
I would go. I think mostly I would go to like experience and observe, and I think they look down on that probably in that kind of situation. Yeah. But fuck it.
I don't know. Like,
I think they do.
I went to high school with this boy, and that's how he met his mom.
He met his what?
That's how his father met his mom.
Oh, you say he met his mom at a swinger club.
That's what I always said. Mom, is that you?
I asked him, I was like, hi. He said, that's how my mother met my father.
It's a beautiful, weird story.
It
is. Love is love, man.
They fucked, and then they started dating. And then after that, they got married, and they still put the fucking shit on. So we in high school, and like, I came over, but he was like, you gotta leave in a minute, because they about to have a party. And I was like, oh, I can't have a station to pay that.
Oh, hell no.
I'm not with it.
You won't be about fluff, huh?
He told me.
I think they just like to be a server.
Keep the dick on.
I'll be a server.
Put it in your mouth. I'm not with it. I'm boring when it comes to that aspect, but I choose to maybe find other ways to make our relationship more exciting. The idea sounds cool, but the threat of like just shit, like I can go. First of all, how do we know what we're looking at is gonna be good? Like
it's probably not.
It might be good,
and that might be good for you and your relationship.
And it
might make you go back home.
Like, all right, boom. Let's say if I had 15 hours to live, do I want to spend one of those 15 doing it?
No, see, this is
why you think about it like that?
That's how I think about it. That's not for you. I'm telling you.
No, okay.
For me, like a nice restaurant. If you follow him on Instagram, he put these dope photos of like these fucking mansions with the pool go off the side and the food. To me, that's better than like let's go to a swingers club. To me, it's like let's go to fucking Nepal and go through this town where only like 15 Americans been in the last 100 years.
Would you go to a swingers club?
No, I wouldn't. Now you know what? Now guess what? I might go to a swingers club in Nepal just to be like,
you really trying to get your head chopped.
Well, listen, if we gonna do it, let's do it. But in Nepal, for me, like a wood-long fucking swingers club. No,
he's not gonna go to a swingers club.
Okay, so what is?
It would have to be like, all right. So like, what's the name of the Playboy man?
Because he knew exactly what swingers club that is out on Route 40.
Yeah, taboo. Right. Everybody, if you follow anybody's stories, you saw it or heard about. But all right, so I would go to a Hugh Hefner Playboy Mansion party with my wife. Cause we probably gonna run into mad stars. It'll be a fucking Chris Rock in there. It's gonna be naked chicks, and it's not so much always fucking for one here. You gotta go back in the back rooms, but it'd be like a party. I would do something like that, but like a straight swingers party.
How about like an outside like party?
Now I've watched that movie. That scares me. I feel like I'm gonna get killed, man. Like I'm the sacrifice and I ain't know it.
See,
cut him.
Well, motherfucker, you want to go to a third world country with only 15 Americans and shit.
Right.
Well,
I'm thinking he even get chopped
yeah,
up,
but see,
possibly.
the Swingers Club was the play part of that. The part of me going there would be like to see the sights, learn about the town.
Of course. I mean, see, but that's my thing. That's my thing about how I look at different things at this point in time. Is because I look at everything based off of it's an experience. So whether you go to a swingers party and participate or not, it's still an experience whether you participate or not. Right. Same thing if you go ziplining in the jungle versus ziplining down in Las Vegas. You've done it in two different places. That's still an experience either way you look at it. Right. So my thing is not based off of just what you're doing or how you're doing it, but it's also based off the experience of saying, yo, I've seen that. I've been there. I've done this.
Can you appreciate it without being hands-on, for instance?
Yeah,
I can tell you what it feels like to get hit by a 200-pound man in the face, or can you watch a boxing fight? Because you can appreciate a good fight and say, damn, it's a good fight. Or I can take you down to the gym and crack you straight in your mouth. I don't want to go to a swingers party. I might listen to y'all like, yo, walked in and they was fucking. I don't necessarily want to be there, smell the sights, look at it, smell the sights. Yeah, like, smelling the sights. When you can see the person, you're like, that shit, you look crazy. Yeah, he's swole, yo. He said you swole, yo.
Oh, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. It's hard work, fucker.
But no, there's no wrong answer to this question out there. I think it's all just preference. What preference?
It is. It is based on
and it changes. You might 5 years from now, I'm like, hey, I got my own swingers club, bitches. This nigga own one now?
Right.
If none of you assholes want to do it, I feel like getting some money for it. Yeah, taboo.
Yeah,
so that's just where I'm at right now. We got one more, What we got?
We got why is blood thicker than water?
Man, throw that.
Save that one for now. We good. We at 150, an hour and 50 now.
We had an hour and 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
Oh no, let's do this one. Would you rather be a vampire or a werewolf? Why? This is funny.
I didn't like that. He
read that. I told you I put hella questions in there last week.
Vampire.
Werewolf, definitely.
Werewolf.
Yeah.
Werewolf.
They both are night creatures, right?
No.
Nah.
Werewolf is
you a vampire all the time. I'm a werewolf maybe like once or twice a month.
Yes,
so like for me, I'm
unless if you're liking you can control and transform.
Vampires.
Yeah, but then in that situation, I only had to be one. I just walk around till I get mad.
Yeah.
Do werewolves live forever?
Yeah.
Allegedly, but we don't age. But we not cold blooded.
Why you talking like you already won?
This nigga werewolf.
I know.
No, he is.
Nigga already 6'5". He might just be a fucking
vampires is like if you get bit at 45, then you 45.
You want me to be honest with you though? Why werewolf? Because I like sunlight. Like real shit.
That's good.
I like sunlight. Yeah. So it's just like, I want to be on the beach.
Hold up, but no, what was that movie called? Twilight? They had sunlight. They fucked with sunlight.
Yeah,
but
so the werewolf
they used to wear like makeup.
I'm gonna tell you my reason for not wanting to be a werewolf.
Why?
Because werewolves you only make new ones by creating them.
So you never
creating them in terms of like having like sex. You make a kid, your kid's now a werewolf.
Right.
You can't bite somebody and they become a werewolf.
You don't watch werewolf movies.
You don't watch werewolf movies.
Sir, you've never watched a werewolf.
Never seen that.
Sir, you don't watch TV, do you?
No, do they really?
Yeah.
Sir, yeah.
You can get scratched.
No way. You can't.
American Werewolf in London.
Look at that.
I thought werewolves eat people.
Nigga.
They do that too.
Nigga Theodore on Alvin and the Chipmunks turned to the motherfucking werewolf. He
don't know what Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That's a cartoon. That ain't real.
He's like,
right.
What's a chipmunk?
It's not real. Nigga, neither is man.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you. I think you guys are wrong about
not about werewolves, nigga.
Because you can't go off Twilight and then try to say that.
Like
real werewolves.
You can get bit by werewolf and you turn.
You can watch Supernatural and it'll tell you that.
Right.
American Werewolf in Paris is a classic movie. He got bit trying to run from a club and then became a werewolf.
So why do werewolves decide to bite people instead?
No, why didn't you see any fucking werewolf movie?
You know what I think we're out of time. So
he don't know shit about werewolves.
Right. This is a whole nother.
Oh, you got to school him real quick, though.
Hold on.
People who turn into a werewolf got away. Realistically, they got away. If you get bit by a vampire and a nigga turn you into a vampire, it's because that nigga was like, look,
I want you to become one of
us. Right, it's a job application. He like, yeah, that's a prospect. I'm like,
but don't
and then we're gonna be cool.
In the movie, like,
most niggas got away. That's the only reason why they come werewolf.
In the movie, right? Not Twilight. What's the one with?
What movie did you watch?
There's a movie, and the vampires enslaved the werewolves.
Are you talking about
Underworld?
Underworld, yeah.
They were like.
You're not gonna just talk about like my series of.
What's the difference between werewolves and lichens?
Lichens they're born that way. They're purebreds.
Yeah, they have different ones.
Werewolves are made. Lycans were purebred.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Y'all
Let's
won.
go back past the
Right.
Go back
Clearly, I don't know what a werewolf is.
Yeah, because werewolves.
I'm thinking that Lycans are werewolves.
Yeah.
And then I mean,
They similar,
light form.
but like Africans aren't black people. Same thing. So look, go ahead. What you saying?
No, I was just talking about
Yeah,
the whole
like,
spectacle of
same shit.
Yeah.
Is Wolverine a werewolf?
No,
No, he's not.
because his no.
Niggas are X-Men.
I think we're done. I think we're done. Are we done? First of all, let's give a hand clap for our beautiful, our wonderful, our multi-talented guests. We got Gigi, we got
Tyrone.
No. What about the other one? Cyrano. I don't know why I want to say Serena.
Everybody says
Cyrano.
You need to
Like
stop.
Cyrano the Virgin.
No, that's OG. No, you don't go back that far. That's
No. You need to
that's
stop.
OG. That's OG. That's OG. Listen, we thank y'all.
Yo, he never told me about that. I get over his mother's house and she like Marty. I'm like,
Yeah,
who the
Marty.
fuck is Marty?
We don't know who that is.
He
We
like-
don't know who that
he
is.
like-
I don't know.
he
Yeah,
like,
he's
chill
gone.
out.
We killed him.
Then you
Listen,
gonna put him on blast.
we want to thank y'all so much for coming on.
I appreciate it. We appreciate
Please
it.
keep us up to date with anything y'all doing, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Family now, we're gonna have y'all sign and everything. Anything else you want to close on then? You gotta close out.
So I was going to tell them, this episode of Not Safe for Ears is brought to you by I Eat Ass. Please pick up the t-shirts coming soon from this group of guys. And log on to my website, book me. I'm not cheap.
What's
I
your
just want
website
you to-
again?
It's www.photosbycyrano.com. Again, I'm not cheap. However, what you pay for is what you get, and I'm going to give you stellar customer service, amazing education, great work.
Bingo.
Your turn.
Come get this word.
Come get this work. Where can they come get this work? Find me on Craigslist underneath the. Where can they come get this work?
You can follow me on Instagram at the Melrose EXP. My business is called the Melrose Experience, so if you just Google it, everything will pop up really. But yeah, and come get some makeup done.
Get your face beat down.
Thank you so much for coming on, y'all.
Thank you guys. Not Safe for Ears. Check us out. And he hit the button.
I didn't hit
Nah,
that.
you didn't?
Oh, you hit the button?
No,
you
didn't.
Make sure y'all check us out on Instagram at Not Safe for Ears. Make sure you email us at notsafeforears@gmail.com. Check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, and download on iTunes. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel, Not Safe for Ears. And we out. Beat. Oh, with love.beat. Holla at us.
Don't forget to